What is going on, everybody? Welcome to FSP. We are on episode number 84. What an interesting day today. We all knew that tomorrow we were going to be getting this huge GTA 6 trailer, one of a few at least to expect, I guess, now over the next year and a half or so, probably. I don't know how long it's going to be, but the trailer gave us some interesting information because they released it at night early due to it being leaked. Crazy stuff happening today, but you know what? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about the trailer itself. And then also kind of some of the other stuff that happened today that kind of got overshadowed by all the other stuff as well. But thank you all, chat, for being here. Appreciate you. And it's gonna be a fun one for sure. But let's get to the amazing panel. How you doing, Jasper?
Doing pretty good. Just living your best life, I guess. Watching GTA trailer over and over again.
Yeah, I've watched it a few times myself, bro. Really good trailer. What's up, 3-bit? How are you, bro?
Pretty good. I came back like not that long ago, and then all of a sudden the internet is like exploded, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" And then I watched the trailer not too long ago, and yeah, it's great. So doing pretty good.
Yeah, right on, man. What about you, Fuzz? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Like you said, it's a lot of stuff happened today. So yeah, leakers won. Maybe somebody will leak the game so it comes out early, but we'll get into it.
Yeah, one of the biggest takeaways at the end of the trailer, we got the year, so it's not coming out like in 2024 like a lot of us had thought because of the financial call they had originally, where they kind of counted a game in that size and scope towards their financials for next year. So maybe they realized they weren't going to maybe be able to meet that timeline, and so on this trailer it said 2025. So we got a year, so we can know not to count on it next year now. So that's out of the way, which I'm kind of glad. So that I didn't want that hanging over us. You know what I mean? I was hoping when we got the first trailer, we would at least know that.
It's interesting they gave us this a year though. Like, I don't know, especially that far out.
Yeah, I it leaves the question about when in 2025. Did it get how much past 2024 is it going to be? Like, is it going to be the first half of 2025? Is it going to be the second half? Towards the end, holiday or whatever. My money would be like right around the middle of the year, but they could really launch that game whenever the fuck they want to, and it's not going to matter.
I mean, GTA 5, like, it was supposed to come out in like early 2012, then it got pushed to fall 2012, then it got pushed to spring 2013 when it came out. So like, they can do it whenever.
But like between GTA 4 and 5, there was a lot less time, right? So I'm wondering like how long.
You mean it wasn't 15 years?
Right. I wonder how long that they've been working on this officially in like a full capacity, to get it to this point. And man, one thing I want to talk about is Rockstar always pushing the boundaries, dude. Like they kind of set the bar. We talk about this, like they're one of those developers that really push things forward, and you could just see it in this trailer, like the animations, the character designs, like the city, like all this stuff just screamed like next level. Like we haven't seen a game like this yet, So overall, I guess we'll get overall impressions first. Like 3-bit, the game dev, the animator, artist extraordinaire. Kind of want to get your input into like what you saw, like an overall impression of that trailer. Like, what did you like?
Yeah, dude, the lighting, the density of the crowd, the fact that if you watch it frame by frame, there's a lot to kind of take in. Like for one, no one's wearing the same outfit, right? On the beach or something like
that's
that.
That's what we were looking at. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was seeing like the detail of like the NPCs. They even have like subsurface scattering, which is what they did in Red Dead. So if light like pierces through someone's ear, for example, you can see like the blood flow through it. and that is also apparent in this trailer. Like the just the different light conditions that they're under. Like they're in the club, you could see like how the skin reacts to that.
You could also tell it's so early, because in the first like scene where she's like in the prison, and she like turns around, you can see like her hair like flicker. So like you can tell that it's still a little early, but
it looks great to me. But like even the hair physics and stuff when the person's like in the car or when that person turns around, it like falls over her shoulder like pretty good, and like just like little stuff like that where I'm like, wow, it looked great to me.
What did you think of the ass physics? There was lots of ass in this trailer. 3-bit.
There was some physics for sure, not Dead or Alive level, but it was there. You know, it was there. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, I wanted you to take an hour or so to break down the twerking on the top of the car.
Well, you say this jiggle physics here is actually
well. Nah, it was good. It was good. The something I noticed, which I guess a lot of people are starting to hint on, is the fact that of course there's two different protagonists. We kind of talked about it a little bit before the show, and how you're going to be able to switch between the two, and it seems like it's going to be sort of a Bonnie and Clyde storyline between those two. Where I wonder how frequent you're gonna go between them. In GTA 5, it felt like I don't know, it was a good balance. Like you played as the characters throughout the whole story, but it would be cool if it was co-op. I think it's a good opportunity to do that. I didn't even think about that till Mav said it, or someone, I think it was Mav, said it right before the show. But honestly, I'm just excited to be alive and see GTA 6, because goodness, I thought this day would never come. So it's here. I finally get to see it. It's in Miami, which a lot of people speculated on, right? We had no idea if it was going to be in Miami. We had speculations, and I mean before all the leaks and stuff. But we were like, is it going to be in Miami? How big is this island? It looks freaking huge. Like if you guys see in the some of the shots where there's like boats and stuff in the distance, it goes off into like this separate island. I'm like, how big?
Well, they
is
said
this gonna be?
It's like a state. They're like doing
the rumors are it's like the bottom like half of Florida, so it's gonna be like all the way up to Lake Okeechobee or whatever it's called, like the big lake in Florida, and then all the way to the like Gulf Coast and Atlantic Coast.
Yeah,
so
I forget the name of it. It starts with the L. They showed it in the actual trailer itself. There was like a couple of references to it. But yeah, there was God, it starts with the L. I can't remember the damn name of it. But they actually had like a press release, right, where they said it takes place in the state of, which includes Vice City, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
because I mean, you see the Everglades in it for a short period of time, and you see Miami, so that's like
kind of like they did with GTA 5. They took San Andreas and expanded it beyond that, right?
Yeah.
This is taking Vice City and expanding it even further, but it looks so dense and full and lived in, like some of those scenes, where they have the scene where they had like all the cars on the parked, and people like hanging out.
Miami Strip.
Yeah. I mean, that was just like, it just looks so much more full and like lived in. And I'm wondering, because remember a couple years ago they had started talking about this like AI technology that was going to be kind of powered by the cloud, that was going to kind of make
we use it for dialogue.
Yeah, they were kind of talking about the how they was going to make the cars be more realistic, and like the traffic, and they were going to be able to react to you and be able to follow like real traffic patterns, and like characters were going to kind of have their own lives and stuff, and all these kind of things that they were trying to develop in the background. And I'm wondering like if this is kind of be that first game that really pushes that or uses all that technology.
I mean, if they keep building on what they did, you saw in Red Dead 2 where like people would like find a train track like railroad worker and like follow him to like Valentine's, and he would like go into a store and shit. So like,
yeah, just random like stuff,
just a random dude.
How you doing, Psycho?
Good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It said that Discord couldn't find my mic, and I'm like, okay. No, I'm doing good. What have we talked about so far?
No, we're just talking about that
We
GTA
just
6 trailer. Did you have a chance to watch it
okay.
yet?
Yeah, I watched it, and then what else? Then I watched the breakdown trailer, which was fucking not even worth watching.
The breakdown
Why is so
trailer?
many people saying
Yeah.
30
Who broke
frames
it
per
down?
second?
Some guy, he does like
Oh.
GTA content, and I'm like, he was just basing, telling.
Basing.
Well, I was trying to say there
Yeah, I
was
know.
2 words came out at the same time. So, anyways, he just went over everything that was basically what we saw. Like, oh, there's a truck and there's this. And I'm like, well, no shit.
Right.
Like, what kind of breakdown is this?
Yeah.
But it was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is from GT5. This car's returning. This
Oh, he
truck,
knew like the models or
yeah.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
knew
there's some
that
cars
aspect,
that
but-
have carried over since like GTA 1. Like the Banshee,
Yeah.
like that's been in like every GTA game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the extent of what he was trying to say.
Right
we
on.
got some interesting people in the chat. So like a lot of people say like it's gonna be 30 frames on Xbox and stuff. Like,
Well, probably if it's 30 frames on Xbox, it'll be 30 frames on PlayStation. Like it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me
That
if the
PlayStation
game's.
5 Pro.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's 30 frames. Honestly, like it's just a huge, ambitious game. They still haven't updated Red Dead Redemption 2 to be 60. Like so.
yeah, but they're focused on GTA for the
yeah,
most part.
but it's like
They like
I mean,
gave
how
up
hard is
on-
it to go in and just be like,
yeah, they could do it if they
not
wanted
lock
to.
30, lock 60, and then it's
Yeah, I mean, Starfield's
They
30.
can.
You know, like it wouldn't surprise me. There's lots of big games now that come out at 30, and GTA seems like the most ambitious game I've ever seen before in my life. So I'm glad I have a PC, but at the same time, now it's like this game it wasn't announced for PC. They confirmed Series X and PS5. So that will be interesting though with the PS5 Pro, right? If a PS5 Pro comes out next year and they do have like a more powerful console, if that can play GTA at 60 and Xbox couldn't, that would be interesting to see the reaction there.
I wonder if
but-
Rockstar would even like, if they don't have a deal with PlayStation, do they even give enough of a fuck to like optimize it for the Pro and just be like, no, this is the game,
Yeah.
it's out on your platform.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's a tough
it's
one, 'cause
very
it seems like-
capable. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it seems like they've optimized for like the Xbox One X when it came to Red Dead. So I could see them spending the extra time because they seem like a dev that wants whatever hardware is out there, the best of the best hardware out there, to really shine for their game.
Except PC.
So, well, yeah, but like PC is that unlimited resources kind of every card under the sun. But I seriously have my doubts that the PS5 Pro will be able to run 60 if these current consoles can't run 60.
right.
Like I can't see it being that much more of a leap
You
unless
think
it's a
it'd be like
$700
a
console.
CPU thing, probably more so than like a graphics card thing, right? So
With
But
all
then
those
if they change the
NPCs and shit,
CPU,
yeah.
yeah, but if they change the CPU, then that console's technically a next gen console at
Yeah.
that point. So
Right.
it would create too much of a rift for it to deviate from that. Like I'll be honest, I still think the PS5 Pro when it comes out will help the Series X and the Series S more than what's going on right now because it'll more than likely be more RDNA tools in it.
Mhm.
I mean, they'll get mesh shaders finally, so
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that is already capable in the Series X will now be capable in this PS5 Pro, and then devs will almost have to use those same tools to carry over. I mean, you might get a difference of, okay, the Series X runs 1800p while the PS5 Pro runs 1880 or 1900p or something like that.
I do think that they could put a 60 FPS mode in if we get the RDNA 3 update, but it's
Mm,
gonna probably look like shit. But it could run at 60.
potentially. But they don't give, like, Rockstar traditionally, like, they have a lot of options when they do the PC release, right? But like on console, generally they haven't really given us a lot of options on that kind of stuff before, you know.
Well, it would just
That's
be like a
later.
simple. It wouldn't be like you put on. It would be like the performance modes
Right.
automatically has it set to that. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't
yeah, I
be like you
get you.
toggling that kind of stuff on.
So when they like GTA 5, when they released on Xbox One, right? They had that update where it went first person also and all that kind of stuff, and that was a massive change. But we didn't get a 60 frames update until this generation for GTA, right?
Yeah.
So it took them 2 generations to go 60 for GTA 5, right? Like if it's not 60 frames like in a game like that, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like again, like Starfield isn't 60 frames on console. There's other big games that aren't 60 frames now, and I think it's just a reality of kind of where we're at with them pushing the boundaries and stuff. 3-bit, you seem to think that it'll be 60 though. Like
I just think it's possible. Like even if all the impressive stuff I've seen in GTA 6, they could always offer some sort of performance mode. Historically, as you guys are talking, like they haven't. So I don't know how much time they will put into doing that. But what I do know is with each game they release, like Red Dead or something, they do take advantage of the hardware at the time, and I don't think they've specifically made a next gen game yet until this game.
mhm.
So I'm thinking they will take advantage of what's in the Series X and maybe start offering those modes. That's just my take. Like there's a lot of power in the Series X that not a lot of devs utilize, but if anyone's going to utilize it, I think Rockstar will. So that's why I think they will do 60 this go around with the Series X, and Series S will be interesting as well. But I think both will have at least a performance mode or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It'll be interesting to see. I just haven't ever seen a game that looks like GTA before, and like
it looks incredible.
And even the games that we're releasing now, like that are open world, we're usually getting like 30 at this point. You know.
Yeah.
Especially if they reuse GTA 5 assets, and with the whatever how they render those character models and the environment to up-res it to look that good. We can definitely see them being able to hit that 60 if everything is if they have a new way of getting the character models and the environment really high texture at a lower cost of resources, so they can utilize if they're using VRS, or if they're using mesh shaders, or if they're using sampler feedback on the Series X, we can definitely see that being utilized. And,
I just don't trust. I don't trust any of that shit.
I think I don't really know if it's like a graphics problem right now, because like they can always upscale it with those features. Like I think it's probably going to be that CPU bottleneck for this game, just to do with the amount of NPCs and how big the map and stuff is.
Yeah. That's what they run into problems on the other big open world
and
games.
Especially since like if the rumors are true, like 70% of the buildings are going to be like open interiors you can go in and out of. Like that's a lot of extra assets that you have to kind of like render in between.
Yeah, and like a lot of those features that are always touted and stuff, like it's like, oh, this is going to be amazing because we're able to do so much and they're going to save you resources, right? But when you enable those features, even on PC, it actually tanks the performance a lot of times. Like it
doesn't do like developers any favors.
And Nanite, they sold that as like, oh, with Nanite,
that's ray tracing. That's good.
Well, they sold it at first. It was like, oh, you're going to be able to look at this Nanite stuff. You're going to be able to have so many more stuff without, really hitting your I know, but what I'm using it as an example because of how it's marketed and pitched and talked about. Like when they talked about it, it's like, oh, it's going to save so many resources because we can have so much more detail per thing, and it's not using the, it's not hitting your system like it's like hitting your system like a smaller amount of pixels or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool, yeah, it's going to save us on performance. But when you enable that shit, like even in Fortnite, it just completely tanks your performance. You know what I mean?
When I feel like when developers rely on these techniques as a way to optimize their game, they're doing it wrong. Like if you are solely relying on these things to optimize it rather than you've actually done the work and optimize your game, like it acts pretty well if it's an add-on. Like you already optimize the game and then you add in these features, and then you're doing a good job. But if you are just like, oh, I'm gonna make the game how I want and then use it, like it never ends up doing well.
I know for like GTA 5, like when it came to PC, like a lot of the modders actually found optimizations in the game for Rockstar, and Rockstar started like taking those and putting them in like the console version stuff. Like there was that one story where like someone found like, it was similar to Baldur's Gate 3 recently, where someone found like a 20% memory reduction on a PC thing, and they could put that in the console version on Xbox. So
yeah, I'll be real, like a lot. I think it matters a lot for some games. Like some games, it doesn't make any damn sense that it wasn't at 60. Like when Redfall launched, it's like that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like certain games, like this game, it's not gonna fucking matter, right? Like it's just you look at Rockstar games, they always come out polished and optimized anyway. So if it is 30, which I'm pretty sure it will be, at the end of the day, you're probably still gonna get a polished, optimized experience. And we could just hope for more powerful hardware down the line that they can utilize to update it. And then when they release on PC, those modders and all these other things and the updates, you'll be able to set it up to your own settings and stuff like that, right? So I was surprised though that they did not confirm the PC release for day and date, just because the amount of audience they've gathered in the PC market over the last several years, like it is huge on PC. It's
like any GTA stream you watch, it's people role playing in the role playing server.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's like PC. Yeah. It's like it's opened up a whole nother market when they did that, and it's exploded the game even way beyond the success that they've had on console to another level. And a large part of that was because of the PC market, right? So I kind of thought maybe they'll do PC day and date this time, because it's been a long time since they've launched a game, and they've seen what it's done for them in the past, and they have such a large audience on PC that they wouldn't want to abandon for the launch of this game. But they're like, nope, we're just confirming Series X and PS5 right now. It's like, okay, wow, you guys are just rocking. That's fine.
Don't they have the announcement tomorrow, technically? So they could announce.
Well, they put it out today.
They put it out today.
But I'm saying that they're still having the thing tomorrow, right?
No, there was just a trailer.
No,
it was just going to be the trailer.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, historically, they've waited on PC to kind of funnel the sales within consoles, because it's harder to kind of pirate and console games. And Rockstar, they want that money. But not to say like PC won't sell well, but they try to mitigate that as much as they can before they sell on PC just traditionally. But I do know their PC versions, they usually come down later down the line, and I know that their PC community with TiMMEH, for example, who basically makes mods for GTA 5, and they start to have their own community. That usually happens like later on, but they do have like a strong PC community. I think they just
bought, or like last year they bought the role playing people that
for
made the role playing mod.
Yeah,
they bought them. So it's like maybe that's like maybe they're gonna like release GTA 5 with like the standard multiplayer, and then like as the PC version comes out, they can develop that role playing side natively for the game, and then you would get the update on console like a year later or whatever.
Yeah, because that role playing, they had a lot of features on PC that was not on console. I was thinking for GTA 6, they start funneling that actually as features in GTA 6.
Yeah.
Like you were able to just do everything that I could think of. You could call people, you could call your friend, you could.
I mean, you could go work at like a Chick-fil-A or whatever, and
Yeah,
like, make some
you
money.
could,
It's like,
you could work as a cop. In the cop, you
yeah.
could like have your own prison system. People actually go to jail. You have to wait in jail if you do crimes and stuff.
Tickets.
Like, just incredible. Like, I played it on PC. It's so good. But I feel like this was a financial decision. It's not even confirmed yet.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean, we
think
don't
it
know
was
100%.
put the two.
Yeah.
We don't know, but I just feel like it's all financial. Like, it'll funnel those people into the two consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, and then people keep asking, but like, I can't wait. Let me get it on Xbox, PlayStation, and then eventually they're like, okay, here's a PC version.
Yeah.
And then they get
I will
another
say-
uptick in sales. So
I will say that I expect that this game will be polished because it took them since the 360 to fucking make this game, and $2 billion later, it better be fucking polished. I swear to God, if it has a fucking single bug, nah.
Yeah, it'll have bugs, but like
No game of the year.
But even I mean, every game has bugs, but like generally, like Rockstar games usually release like pretty damn polished. You know what I mean? For what they are, like the kind of games they launch, and it's like, wow, like how
It's
did
been,
they?
what, 16 years?
Well, even Red Dead 2, like Red Dead 2 was like next level when it came out. Like people were
I mean, like,
amazed that was on the last generation hardware.
Maybe though, because like GTA 5, like it came out on the 360, and like it could like get some 18 frames per second sections, like when it first came out.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it was pushing those hardware
Yeah.
to their limit for sure, though. I mean,
Yeah.
the most you could say is the online at launch wasn't like it was buggy, but in terms of
Yeah,
like the
like-
game itself, the campaign, it was pretty polished.
if you had I remember GTA 5 online, like when it first came out, like people were modded in single player vehicles, and like if you modded in a tow truck and hooked up a car, you would crash the entire lobby and freeze everyone's Xboxes. If there's 16 people in there and you had a tow truck, a glitched tow truck, you could freeze every 16 players' Xbox.
The
Knock 'em off.
online stuff's a different story. I mean, that's gonna have some issues probably. Like, I feel like the Rockstar's kind of proven themselves to at least on the single player side to kind of have that next level polish on games of the scope, right? But like the other thing is too, they're like there are no other games of the scope. You know what I mean? And like that push,
Right.
like the amount of character models and density and like the world really feels lived in, and like with the graphics, they always push the graphics to the next level too. And just based on this trailer, like that's what they're doing again. Like they're really pushing these consoles. I mean, I don't think we've ever. I don't know if we'll ever see another game that comes out this generation that are going to push this hardware as much as GTA 6 will, right? Like I just feel like it's going to be that like next level thing. Fuzzy, what was your overall impressions from the trailer?
Well, for the most part,
Uh-oh.
is the new Vision mod. Some of the visuals are on par with that, but then there's it's like leftover, like the kind of thing that looked like it was just being reused. The one guy with the gold grill.
Fuzzy?
Hold on.
No,
yeah.
you're fine.
No, it's my internet. My internet's like crapping out, but I think it's coming back.
Uh-oh.
I think it's back. Yeah. I think we're good.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
All right, the one guy with the gold grill and the kind of like the partial dreads or the spikes looked a little bit like it was a dated model in comparison to some of the other characters. And then the one model in the bikini, the movement looked a little janky, but everything else looked like next gen level, kind of like what you'd expect from Rockstar. Just my big gripe is, like you said, no PC confirmation. Because I think at this point, I bought the physical copy for PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and then I bought
every single system.
Yeah, I've bought it 4 times. So.
I bought
And
it
then I
so
bought-
many times.
I bought the digital copy for the PS4 and the Xbox One and for PC. So it's like, I think this time around, I'm going to just wait for the PC version
You ain't waiting if it's day one on Xbox and it's like not enough PC. There's no way you're waiting.
I probably not, but I'm going to tell myself I'm going to wait until it comes to PC. But that's like my only real gripe. But I love the fact that they had dunks and lowriders in it, like the stuff that you had to pay extra for the online. Well, then again, we don't know if that was clips of online or if that was the single player aspect, but having those cars, be customizable possibly looked like it was going to be pretty cool. The fact that there's like impromptu street events, kind of like what we see in some of the bigger cities where you got drag racing and donuts and drifting in the middle of the streets, or you got the motorcycle and ATV takeovers and things like that. And then kind of like what you guys hinted to earlier, the jiggle physics, like on dump trucks riding on cars kind of thing, was pretty cool. The fact that not to throw shade at Saints Row, but it's like it's good to see that they're like no fucks given kind of thing, or zero fucks given as far as their overall.
Yeah. That was a concern with the writers leaving and stuff, and like one of the Hauser brothers not being there anymore, and he was kind of the main guy, and that some people didn't know how they were going to be able to make a GTA in today's world, right? Because it's like it's oversensitivity a lot of times, and cancel culture is all there, and like all this kind of stuff. But it's like you can kind of tell from this trailer that they're just kind of like, this is a GTA game, and we're gonna fucking make a GTA game. You know what I mean? Like people can play this game and like not. And just use it as a way to learn to not be as easily offended and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I see that's the past GTA games were always kind of like a satire a little bit of like modern day society or like a different.
Well, you kind of saw that in the trailer. Like there was several like scenes in the trailer where it looked like it was like a TikTok or like a Twitter video or whatever.
Yeah. I have a feeling social media will be a big feature in this game. I don't know how, but just based on this trailer, it feels like that like maybe you're doing crimes and then filming it on TikTok or something. You're part of this TikTok group or something. That's what I got out of some of the clips. Like social media seems to play a pretty big part in this game. I don't know how or how they're going to implement it, but it seems like it is. I don't know.
But you're right. When we saw the multiple twerkings and stuff like that, is like, they're definitely like, this is going to be GTA to the max. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a twerking mini game.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
mean, they'll definitely have it by the time it comes to PC.
See how far you can go on top of the car.
It's like the old like lowrider mini game in GTA San Andreas where you had to like bounce your car or whatever. Like now you just gotta drive.
You have to balance or you fall off the car. It's like a grind on Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
You have the little thing like the meter.
Yeah, they
also had like the guy surfing on his truck. I mean, I've seen real people do it, and I've seen the video where the guy crashed his truck and almost killed himself doing it. So
the motorbike rallies too, like where they're like racing through the street or whatever.
Yeah. I fell off of a car before. I was sitting on. We were like outside of a Wendy's, like being stupid teenagers and eating and stuff. And I was sitting on my buddy's on the trunk of his car. Right?
Why does that not surprise us?
And he didn't realize I was there, and he decided to leave. And I didn't know, so he just got in and he started driving. And I'm like, "Hey, dude!"
Like, yep.
I start tapping on the window. I'm like, on the back window. I'm like, "Fuck it, hey, I'm still here." And he doesn't hear me, so he starts going. He's about to get onto the fucking main road, and I'm still there. I got my fucking bag of nuggets and a cheeseburger in one hand. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Sounds like a GTA 6 cutscene.
So I just roll. As he's turning onto the like main row, which the speed limit is probably like 45, 50 miles per hour, and he had an Integra. I was just on an Integra too, so he was a speeder, as well. So I was like, fuck, I better get off of this thing now because otherwise I'm probably gonna fucking die. So I just I jumped to the side, got all scraped up and stuff, but yeah.
Did you say this is Jackass?
No, well, much respect to the character that was twerking on top of the car, just like it was nothing. I feel ashamed. I could have done that. I could have just done that instead. You know what I mean? But no.
Going down the
freeway,
this game
was pretty accurate.
75.
A lot of people who said that they live in Florida said this game was like very accurate. They're like, "Yep, that sounds like it's my area."
Alligator in the pool.
No. Well, no, Like the people that were mudding and stuff like that. That is a fucking thing. It was when I lived here back in the early 2000s. I was dating this chick, and we would go to like the like the sand dunes and shit like that, and fucking we got 4-wheelers and fucking big old monster trucks mudding and oh dude, it's a whole different thing. There's people fucking and sucking out there.
Oh, really? Nice. Interesting.
So this game is accurate. This game is accurate.
Yeah. So this is going to be Florida Man the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
People do that a lot around here too.
That old lady too, with the what'd she have? What'd she have in her hand? It was like 2 hands.
Yeah.
That was. Oh gosh, it just
She's
sounded
part of
like
the neighborhood watch.
like a
She's
Florida
got to
thing.
make sure that people stay calm or stay out of the area.
Man, but yeah, it looked insane, man. It looked like a world I want to play in and have a blast. Like I do, like I'm pretty now thinking about it, and after talking to you guys, I'm pretty sure it won't be. It'll probably just be like GTA 5, where you switch between the 2 main characters and stuff. But like my mind is like, my heart's really wanting it to be that 2-player co-op, because they got this Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing going on with the 2 main characters and stuff. And I would just absolutely love to play the story with Kate. You know, like that would be a blast. But maybe what we'll do is we'll take turns, and like when it's time to switch, we'll like switch to the other character or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Whenever they do the gameplay reveal, like this is GTA, and have the person like talking and they explain all the new features in the game, then maybe we'll see that. You know, I have a feeling there's a lot more to this trailer than what.
I mean, like even another aspect of it is like you can't really tell from the trailer, but GTA 5, like Franklin had his like they all had their special abilities. Franklin was like he could drive like fast, but it was like slow motion. Like Michael like better aim or whatever, and Trevor had like the rage mode. So like we don't even know if these characters have like a ability like that.
Yeah.
So.
They're probably gonna want to.
There's been hints that the one guy, I guess his name is Jason or something like that. He has like a valuable sight or something where he can kind of like walk into a store and see where all the valuables are, or something along those lines. That was a leaked or rumored, special ability. I have no idea what the one woman's special ability is.
Looking damn fine.
Well, hey, that probably works. Like a distraction for the NPCs or something.
Oh my god!
Do you guys think prisons will be in this game? Because you start off in a prison. Do you think you can like actually like? Because that's in the PC version. You can actually go to prison. Like you do the crimes usually. Like right now in GTA 5, if you do a crime on the console version, you basically it's like wasted whatever and then you end up in front of a jail cell or a hospital if you die.
I think the prison thing is just the aspect of the story. Like there'll be a prison there, but
story.
Yeah, I think it's just that story aspect.
The reason why I asked is because we know they teamed up with 5M, and 5M, a big thing that they do is start developing systems for people to actually like to.
It's like it would break the story if like say you like go to rob a random gas station, you get arrested, then like your story is just going to be held up for like
2 years,
a couple hours.
You gotta,
you get it.
You got to do 2 years.
You could break out of prison, shank somebody. You know.
That's true. Maybe after you finish the story, they'll be like, okay, now you can actually be punished and go to jail.
It would be
maybe,
interesting if at some point in the story you did go to prison and part of it was trying to find a way to break out. You know what I mean? Like, that would be pretty cool. And that's a way they could really bring that to life as well, you know? But
the different characters, I'm sure, now that Jasper mentioned it, I'm sure both of those characters will have differences about them. And I'm looking forward to that deep dive, because that's usually when Rockstar shines. Like all their deep dives are incredible. Like here's what's different about this.
Welcome to the city welcome to the like Vice City or whatever. It's like how they always do that, and they like fly a plane under a bridge. It's like in Vice City, you can walk down the strip and meet random people, or you can go rob this store and fucking shoot this.
You can be my wife and hire a prostitute, and then wait till she leaves the car, and then run her over and get your money back. That's what her favorite hobby is in GTA.
Instant refund.
That's good. Someone put a comment there like, all those people on the beach, I can't wait to run them over. I'm like, Okay.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I think honestly, like it was hard for GTA to live up to the hype with the first trailer, right? And expectations. But most of the takes and most of the people I see are like still mind blown by what we saw, right?
I
And
literally watched the trailer for 40 minutes back to back in a row, like
yeah.
just going over and over, just like trying to get everything.
What
out
was
of
your
it.
biggest takeaway?
I'm
Of like
watching it right now.
What impressed you, Jasper? Like, is it just the
It just looks
graphics,
so
or-
fucking good. Like
Yeah.
I don't the visually, like map size, the ladies. I mean everything.
the ladies? That's the number one takeaway. I think my biggest takeaway is how much more like really lived in the world seems. Like I haven't seen a
Yeah.
game like that before. Like the scene where there are all the cars parked on the side of the highway on the Miami Strip, right there. And then you have everybody kind of hanging around the cars. Some of them are just like leaning against it. You have a guy sitting on the sidewalk, just like people all hanging out. The strip club scene too. You have like, it looks like crazy. It's like fucking like
There's so many like NPCs. Like I'm just hoping it's
Yeah.
not like one of those like Watch Dogs things where they like and the game comes out and there's 5 people on the sidewalk instead
Right.
of 30 or whatever.
Oh, you
In
mean
the
like
leaked
Cyberpunk
version,
from
they have
PS5?
has GTA really misled us before with their trailers too much? Like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they said that we get heists in multiplayer, and that took them 3 fucking years to come
well,
out. So.
yes, that'd be besides
Yeah.
that, right?
But in terms of like visuals and like what's represented in the trailer, it's pretty much what it looks like
Yeah.
for the most part. If you look at Red Dead, you're like, oh, is Red Dead gonna look that good? Yeah, it looked that good. So I'm expecting the game to actually look like this. And probably even more polished by the time it comes out. Like with what Fuzzy was saying with some of the NPCs, maybe there's certain animations they would want to go and polish. Maybe skin textures and stuff like that they want to go back and keep revisiting. So I'm sure it's going to look even better by 2020. Whatever.
Do y'all think it'll launch with first person mode?
I hope so.
I mean,
I
because
mean,
why
this
not?
next gen
I mean,
can handle
didn't
it.
Red Dead 2?
Red Dead did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'll be there.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be cool. I know Jasper, like you were talking about the girl character. I think it's Lucia. Is that her name? If I'm not
Yeah, I think so.
mistaken. Like you saw that end scene where like they're on the bed and like she's like on top of the guy and she's like, it's all about trust, Like, and Jasper would be like, I trust you. Let's go. I trust you.
I thrust you?
No,
What?
trust.
Oh, trust.
Oh man.
No, if the GTA 6 had a VR mode, we know what Jasper's going to do.
We're robbing our biggest bank tomorrow. We got to make this night count.
What if there's no tomorrow?
I feel like it's definitely going to be that Bonnie and Clyde storyline between the two of them.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping they don't have a betray thing, but I have a feeling that by the end, like with GTA 5, there's going to be a moment where you're like,
Or like
I
a
don't
sacrifice
trust you anymore. Or a sacrifice. Yeah, it could go either way. Where they're like, I'm going to kill you, or you betrayed
No,
me.
I was
I
thinking
don't
more
trust
like like either her or him is going to like sacrifice themselves so like the other one can get away from the cops. That kind
That
of
could
thing.
happen. Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, we'll see. Well, if they sacrifice, oh yeah, I guess you could pick one.
Because I mean, like even if
play
they go
after.
like the Bonnie and Clyde route, they both like got shot up in a car.
Yeah.
Can somebody
Yeah.
So
send
the
Pong?
one ending will be one survive or
Yeah.
none survive.
Can
The
somebody
Discord?
send Pong the Discord link? He wants to.
How do you
Is
send
he
it?
not on Discord?
I honestly, I thought about moving all of our shows to Discord, but like, I feel like for some reason it's like more confusing for some of us or
to
whatever.
send a link.
Yeah. So
Okay, I
You
figured it out.
create
I'll
an
send it.
invite.
now that we've gotten Pong's mic, Psycho's mic fixed for Discord, I might actually go ahead and do that because it's so much easier for us just to hop in and we have so many more features we can do or whatever.
Yeah.
So probably just.
I just
want
wanna-
for all of our shows.
I just want to read Tom from Toonami's comment. I guess he was watching. What was it?
You may have to give Pong permissions if he
Kind of
when he joins.
Kind of
He
Funny.
has 'em.
So I guess Kind of Funny streamed the trailer, and he said that it's kind of hilarious how Kind of Funny was doing their stream and somehow still turned it into a Xbox console war, saying it can't run GTA as well as the PS5 will.
Why?
What the heck?
Right? I mean, there's no reasoning for that.
All I gotta say is, what was the better version of Cyberpunk 2077? It was a Series X. PS5 didn't have. Oh, I think it had like no cars on the road when you were driving. It hardly had any people in the street. And
I mean, if technically, like, I mean, the Series X is more powerful than the PS5. It has more GPU, CPU power. It's just a lot of people haven't been utilizing it, so that leads to performance disparities and stuff like that. And I think Rockstar, they are technical savvies, and I think that they're gonna utilize it for the PS5 and for the Series X as best as they can. For the PS5 Pro, will come at a decent time. I don't see them doing major differences in the PS5 Pro. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't see them totally upgrading it where it's basically the PS6, but
yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Chris Jones hit us with a $2 super chat. It says Mav and Kaitlin are the protagonists. Man, I want there to be a co-op mode. Maybe if they don't do it at launch, maybe they'll do it eventually. Like, I would just love to play co-op, that story co-op.
I'm not gonna lie, when I watched it, it did remind me of you guys. I don't know why.
Thanks, man.
It was that backwards hat and
Did he have a backwards hat?
Well, he does in the leaked version. I don't know if he has it in the trailer. But I don't know, it just reminded me.
I mean, it's something we would do, like rob gas stations and stuff. You know, we do it on on the weekends sometimes. You know, So, man,
Pong's in here. Hey, Pong.
Pong has fucking joined us for a fun speculation podcast. What the hell is going on? You know, it must be something big happened today for Pong Soul to join us for fucking FSP.
Is his mic working?
I probably not, because he's never uses his Discord, so I can see him right there. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. What the fuck is going on right now? Like, this stupid thing. Why are they using fucking Discord? Like, what the hell? Why is my mic not working? Why is my headphones not working? I can't hear anything. What the fuck is going on? That is probably what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Pong.
Yeah, so Pong at the bottom, there's a mic icon. You gotta click that arrow. You gotta make sure the input and the output device are all good, and then you go from there.
It's like, I can't hear you, 3-bit. I don't know what you're fucking saying, man. Why can't y'all just use Zoom like the rest of the shows?
Oh, man.
We'll see if he is able to get it working. We'll see how many times he bounces and comes back in before he actually says something. It'll be interesting to see.
Did you guys see that on that one part of the trailer? Did you see that airplane in the background? It had that.
Oh, it's
like a message.
It said instead of 69, try 919.
What the heck is 919?
Is that a sexual position? Like, instead of 69?
Yeah. I mean,
two chicks and a guy.
Like, I seen it on the plane in the background. I forgot which shot it was, but it was like when they
lay in between them and one of them like sucked. I don't understand how that works. Like a 919?
Yeah, it's.
I think
it's
the name of it.
Trying to picture how that.
You're inside her, and then she's inside you.
What?
Like a pretzel?
Oh. That's not what I thought. Okay.
No, in the trailer, I think it's a place or something.
It's GTA.
This is only something Psycho would know.
Because 619, that's just wrestling. That's just Rey Mysterio. 919 is not anything, right? It's not an area code.
We're talking about something totally different.
Yeah.
No, like, because it says in the trailer 61. It's not. I know it's making the sexual reference with 69, but after it says 919, it has a logo of like a club or something.
Yo,
I think.
Pong.
But
Can you?
I don't
Yo,
know.
what's up, fam?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Hey, Paul.
what? We can hear you.
Hey, my sound's always screwed up when I go into Discord.
Yeah, you figured
Always
it out.
flips over. I figured it out. Yeah, I'm an old guy, but I figured it out.
Yeah.
What can I say?
I'm happy to have you here. What a surprise. Pong Soul on
Hey.
FSP.
I
Yeah.
just walked in the door 10 minutes ago. I should be getting ready for bed here in about the next hour, but it's Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer day. I mean, I was not prepped for this. Obviously, we're not going to have a normal show Thursday, right? So, I mean, again, I wanted to get in on the conversation. Heard you guys talking, so I was like, okay, let's hop in. So
Yeah,
I missed you
was
guys.
preparing it for tomorrow. I was like, oh, all right, I'll wake up early tomorrow, see this trailer, and then I come home and like, oh, it's already out. I was like, what the heck? So
Yeah, I was
big-
at work,
big
couldn't
day.
believe it. I saw the leak because Jasper posted the leak, and for whatever reason, it still worked in the DMs, even though they had taken it down. So I like watched it, and I was like, okay, I'll wait for tomorrow morning to see what this is really going to look like. And then next thing you know, there's Rockstar going, oh, official, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So that was interesting. Like there was a leak that happened. It lasted about 30 minutes, right? Some people didn't think it was real out there. I don't know how you could watch that and think that somebody went through that much fucking effort to create all that shit to create a fake trailer. Some people thought it was fake, but anyway, it was clear as day to us that that shit was real. And then it got shut down, but immediately after it got shut down, Rockstar went ahead and released the trailer, right? So it's just insane. A lot of people feel bad for Take-Two and Rockstar and stuff. I don't give a shit. Like, it's like we got the trailer a little bit early. Like, it's not really gonna affect anybody at the end of the day. Like, GTA sales aren't gonna struggle because this trailer launched a day early. Like, the devs are still gonna get paid for their work, and the publishers are still gonna rake it in and make 20 years of money off this fucking game. So like, do I feel bad? No. It's cool that we got it a night early so we can talk about it tonight, actually. But Pong, what was your overall impressions on what you saw, dude?
Really impressed. It's Rockstar through and through. Again, Grand Theft peaked for me with Vice City. Okay, nothing's ever going to replace Vice City because it's the 80s. I love the 80s, like everything about it. And again, 5, I just could not get into it all. I've played it multiple times, just really couldn't get into it. I wanted to see what the atmosphere was going to be with them going back to quote unquote Vice City. Obviously, they're doing more than just that, but in current day. And obviously, they're leaning in to the Florida stuff. Obviously, they're not shying away from everything that is Florida, which is absolutely incredible. So I thought they set the tone really well. Just graphically speaking, I think that they set the bar again for themselves. I know that Fuzzy said that he saw some things that didn't look, as impressive as other things did. But so many of those screenshots, going back and rewatching the trailer, they passed the squint test. If you squint, they look real. Like, I would be hard pressed to say that that wasn't like some kind of video shot somewhere down in Florida at certain points. The density, if they can pull off the density that they've shown in this trailer, if they can actually do it, again, this is why I fear the current gen consoles, but if they can pull off that density, you're going to have something special. This will probably be one of the most populated worlds that we've ever experienced, especially in a city of that size and magnitude that they kind of showed off. That's going to make it feel even more real, or everybody's favorite word, immersive, right? If they can hold that. Now, Rockstar doesn't do a whole lot of bullshotting. Most of their stuff in the past has come very close. They've, maybe some mechanics haven't been exactly what they showed off in the trailers or stuff like that, but most of the time they're pretty close in what they attempt to get done. So that right away hit me. I was like, damn, that beach, and how many people were on the beach, and there was no duplicates. Now that might have been like the prime shot, like they pulled the best shot they got. But literally, even if you look way in the background, you can't pick somebody out with the same suit on. You're not seeing somebody doing the exact same activity. Like, if they have that throughout the game, that's going to be extra special. And then obviously the two main protagonists, the Bonnie and Clyde story. I'm always down for a good Bonnie and Clyde story. When they walked in, guns drawn into the store, whatever they're walking to. Remind me of the scene in Pulp Fiction, right? Right? They just nobody move. This is a robbery. I just totally got that vibe. And obviously acting wise, we already know Rockstar goes out and gets some of the best. It's always really well done. Really love the main character. The girl, I forget her name offhand, but I loved her line so far. She sounded really natural, just sounded really part of the story. So I think they knocked it out of the park. The colors too, just popping off the screen, man. I know this isn't necessarily like gameplay, but if this is in-game engine stuff, the skyboxes, they captured so many different lighting, kind of scenes. I counted at least 10 different kind of lighting scenes that you would get in real life down in Florida, because you can get all types of weather. And I saw all of that represented. So, and then obviously all the music and picking out Tom Petty, gotta love that. I mean, again, I didn't know, I couldn't remember what song it was right offhand, but I knew it was Tom right away. And it just fit kind of the whole vibe that they had going on. I really can't wait to see what they pull off. I think I caught you guys earlier. I could only half hear you guys, but I think I caught you guys earlier talking about, going through this trailer and kind of picking out some things about what could be included in the game. This game potentially, from what I just saw in this trailer, is going to have more side activities than we've ever seen in a Rockstar game, which is saying a lot. There were so many different things, whether it was, car racing. It looks like they're bringing like Midnight Club into this. If they do that,
there was a lot of focus on cars in this.
Oh, cars, bikes. You had the fan boats, or the air boats or the swamp boats, whatever you want to call them. Those are going to be involved. Obviously, there was tons of planes, tons of helicopters flying. The wildlife too, man, reminded me of Red Dead when they showed the flamingos flying up off the swamp.
Gators out of the pool.
The gator in the pool. I mean, you had that the gators. I hit Steel up in the DMs because he hit me back and he goes, yeah, kind of excited. Kind of looks like, Florida. And I'm like, yeah, because you got gators in the pool and you got gators walking into the store. That's normal for you guys. But yeah, no, I just thought they did an excellent job with this trailer. For a minute and a half, they really did give a lot. I know there's people out there breaking it down frame by frame. But I just thought Rockstar knocked it out of the park with this trailer. I really did. As somebody who wanted to see what it's going to be about, sure, I could probably say I'll be there day one unless I do something crazy and charge $120. But I thought they just did a nice job, and I thought they covered a lot. They didn't just give us an overview of the atmosphere. They actually gave us some of the story too, which was really cool to see. So I'm excited about it for sure.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like they almost gave you like too much of the story in a way, because like they showed the beginning where she's in prison, and it's like that's clearly the beginning, and then it shows the end where they're like in bed about to go rob their last bank, pretty much.
Maybe
or whatever.
Maybe
Well,
it could be a middle. It could be middle.
I kind of think that's maybe towards the beginning where they start going on their path. Right.
Oh, I guess
it could be that too, where she's talking about we got to do, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this together, and it's about trust. He says trust or whatever. Yeah, you could be right. That could be where they initially decide to start going on the spree.
Yeah.
And most GTA games are about like you starting off in the beginning with not a lot, and then throughout the game you get more and more and build your empire. So I'm wondering if maybe they're talking with like a mob boss or just someone who gives them opportunities to keep robbing places or doing something like that. I mean, that would be the Bonnie and Clyde sitch. Yeah,
it
go
would.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I was thinking about it at work when I was watching the trailer and stuff. What happens if one of these two, or what happens if they meet up with somebody who is a relative of Tommy Vercetti?
That's what I was about to say. I was like,
and they connect. I know for sure they're gonna have Easter eggs. They're gonna talk. There's gonna be.
They gotta have the Scarface mansion, because I was like, it's such a huge part of Vice City. Like,
right.
Yeah.
They gotta have those, but it would be cool if they intertwine those stories somehow. But yeah, no, that's all I was thinking about. I was just thinking about, God damn, that would be cool if one of them, knew or was maybe the granddaughter or the grandson of Tommy Vercetti in some way or something. That'd be pretty damn dope. I would love.
Is GTA on a timeline? For the most part, like, is GTA 3
they're connected in some ways, because some of the characters from GTA 4 went over to 5, like some of the side stories, and like you had like certain phone calls and radio stations where they would talk on each other's games. So.
Yeah,
I heard I saw somebody saying that they thought the main protagonist, the male protagonist, looked a little bit like Nico Bellic. They thought maybe it could be like his son or something like that.
Yeah.
who knows,
People-
man? Like,
Who knows?
but it ultimately doesn't really fucking matter. It's gonna be amazing either way. Like, I'm already invested into these two characters, right?
I know they
Because of their
yeah, go ahead.
connection. Their connection like has me interested to see where this is going, right? The fact that they kind of have that like bond or whatever in relationship is like they're each fighting for each other in a way that gets me interested in the story. Like, because I get like a relationship like that with like it with my wife. If something happened, we were pinned down, we would whatever it is, we would do it together. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to
Ride
be
or die.
cheesy. You know what I mean?
Ride
But
or die.
it
No,
is
that's what it is.
that, like
Yep.
so that
Yep.
in its way like has me interested in the story more than normal just because of that aspect to it, right? So it's interesting too. We never had that in a GTA, really,
Yeah. And I've
No,
seen
not to
like
that degree.
footage where the main character is sort of they completely kind of revamp the robbery system. So if you go into a bank, your AI, the guy, he's very much he's robbing with you. So whatever you do, if you start like holding up the guy, he's gonna go around the store and start grabbing stuff throughout the store until you're ready to leave. Like they added like a cool sort of AI
Yeah,
pair
it's building off
system.
that GTA 5 system where like you could like if you had like a microphone on, you could go into the store and be like, "Give me all the money," and like the more you yelled at
Yeah.
him, the faster he would put all the money in the bag and
Mhm.
stuff. So it's
So
just
I'm
building
just-
off all those things.
I'm just imagining, like, based on what Pong said, like, they are going everything you think about in GTA 5, like, just different features, different things you can do. Someone even mentioned theme parks. Like, Florida has some theme parks, you know, like a Disney World. I'm sure they're going to have their own fake sort of Disney World and things like that. Like, there's going to be so much to do. And when you think about the amount of detail of like how Rockstar decides to handle something down to in Red Dead when they even had the balls shrinking on the horse and how you can like put a trail of fire and it actually like will lead up to it and stuff like that. Like they put a ton of detail into their worlds is why people liked it. I can't even imagine what they're gonna do for this game with the amount
I
of time
didn't
they
know
have.
the balls shrank. I didn't examine
I didn't
them that
either.
Yeah, if it's cold. If it's cold in Red Dead, the horse's balls actually shrink. Yeah.
Really?
That's a thing.
I'll have to
Yeah.
go back and pay attention to
Go
that
to the
next
snow
time.
level.
Go to snow level, yeah.
The level
they
of
put some
detail is incredible.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
100%.
crazy.
I wonder if that alligator could be like
Has balls?
No, it could. What does alligators look like? I wonder. Anyway, I wonder if the alligator could be like the Chop of this game. Like,
Oh, yeah,
because
like a pet alligator.
they showed it like in the one in the pool, then they showed one again going in the store with the security camera. Like, what if it was like Chop? You know, like it's your pet.
That'd
You
be
know,
pretty cool.
pet
That'd be
alligator?
sick.
Do you have a pet
Yeah.
You
alligator
joined
still?
and I thought my fucking monitor was broke. There's like a black line going through it.
Here comes Steel. Here comes Steel. We're
Yeah.
talking Gators.
It's the
Shocking. It's shocking that he shows up.
Yeah,
He probably
Yeah.
killed 2 this morning
Heard a
for
gator.
breakfast and lunch.
probably so.
Kids needed. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, yeah.
Womp womp.
He's like, oh, I heard enough of this. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. No, I just think there's so much they can do. What if they have like a Cuba off the coast somewhere that they haven't told us about because you could take the go fast boats out there. Like that would just.
I mean, that's
like,
the
there's
thing,
so
like,
much they can do.
GTA 5 even did like the whole underwater thing where they like
Right.
made a complete underwater
Yes.
map and just like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so Rockstar is
That
so
looks
good at that.
massive, dude.
They show us a lot, but there's so much in between because of the details that they put in that we don't find out until you actually get in game and start playing it. And I think that's the big thing here. It just looked like there's just so much more to do, and the whole social media aspect that obviously is going to be a massive part of this game and how they interconnect that within this game. I'm also very curious about because there's no way they showed as much as they did clip wise from the fake TikToks, from the fake Twitters, from the fake YouTubes posts that there isn't something going on there. And I'm wondering if they're going to interconnect it to the real world ones in some way. I wonder if, it's just going to be something that you use on a regular basis, or if it is just a side thing that you can do, right? Maybe you can earn money. Maybe you can start your own
maybe
channel.
it's like that's the people you target to like rob. Like
Possible
you see all
too.
these like famous people, like he's on a yacht. We gotta go
Content
rob his
creators.
yacht or whatever.
Like
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
rob Dr. Disrespect's like mansion or some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
Like,
Or
he's
what
like, oh, look, he's out of town this week. We can go to his house or whatever. Like,
right. Or what if that stuff is actually happening live in game when you see it? You can check social media and you can go join whatever activity is happening right now,
yeah,
right? But
because they showed
would
that
be
like
dope.
party boat.
lowrider like
Yeah.
pulling into that parking lot. Like maybe
Yes.
you go there and meet up or whatever.
Right,
we
exactly.
could pull like a Fast and Furious on like the next like cookie delivery for Pokemon. You know what I mean? And like take all those cookies. I mean, those things are worth a fortune, $7 a pop. You know, it's like let's go.
Yeah, 4
That's
bags,
easy money.
$28. You broke boy.
Yeah,
We do. I do
Easy
really
money.
feel like that social media will be a big part of this game in terms of like how they're going to handle the features. Like maybe you're recording your crimes and maybe that's intertwined with the story. I just don't know how they're going to handle it. Like how big of a part? Like we know in GTA 5 you go on websites and you can order stuff and it's like pretty in depth with that. So with GTA 6, I'm expecting them to. Because of what's happening in our modern day culture, and usually GTA games are reflections of that. I have a feeling that
it's quite
they're gonna
obvious
make-
this
okay.
one is.
Yeah. Some TikTok and twerking.
That's something we were talking about earlier. Pong is like, you know, a lot of people were worried about, you know, with the Hauser brother leaving, and you know, like what were they gonna be able to do in like this current day with the GTA game and stuff. But it seemed like what we were talking about earlier is like this trailer really said, fuck it, we're GTA, we're just being GTA, and everybody else can suck it. Like, is that how you kind of felt watching? I mean,
to a certain degree, I still have concerns. I still have concerns where the writing is going to go. I still have concerns if they're going to neuter some of it, no matter what, at the end of the day, just to not offend. Again, I would rather they go the South Park route and just make fun of everybody, and lay it out on the table and lean into it. I just don't know if they've got the guts without Hauser being there to do it. I know his brother's still there. It's Sam, right? Is it Sam Hauser? I can't remember.
I know
it's
Sam and Dan, right? I don't know.
Dan left. Dan left.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. But Sam, so Sam, we'll see how they approach that once we get into the writing. It does seem like they're certainly in certain instances not going to shy away. I mean, again, they're obviously full-fledged. This is an adult game, as adult as it can get. So I will be curious to see how they do some of the jokes and that kind of stuff, especially like the radio stuff and the advertising and that kind of stuff. But no, this, for the most part, this alleviated some of that concern for me a little bit, but we'll see once we get into it. How about those animations? Some of the animation work was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
God,
to
I
be
was just
able
trying
to get a twerk to look that realistic.
Yeah.
They
And the
probably
hair.
had people actually
hair
mocap that
modeling,
twerk.
too.
Yeah.
That hair modeling was absolutely incredible.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, man. Some of that shit. Like that dude riding out on his truck when he was, the
and he
driver's
has to,
side door. He was
just drive-
and they locks, and he has the locks were flying up in the air as he was going over it. But oh man, I was like, damn, they put some work in this game. So
Yeah, even when the girl turned around with the bikini, whatever, and,
when she
like
did
the
her
hair
toss
was
her
kind
hair.
of dripping down like her shoulder,
Yes.
that stuff is hard to do in a video game. Like I don't think
Right.
people realize, but like, hey, they're killing it, and I think they're bringing over a lot of systems. I was saying this earlier, Pong. I think they're bringing a lot of systems from Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of like their skin, and I feel like even from this trailer to next year or whenever it's coming out, they're gonna have some really great lighting too that was in Red Dead. Like they had volumetric clouds and stuff in Red Dead. When the light like shines through a person's ear in Red Dead, they had a subsurface scattering, all that stuff. I have a feeling that's going to be even more prevalent with GTA 6. Yeah, like you see some hints of it. Like I've seen it in a couple spots, but I didn't see it everywhere. Like I seen it in the first shot when she turns around by the prison. I seen it in a couple of the NPCs. Actually, I seen it. Like I was like looking for it, like specifically going through the NPCs and seeing where I can see where you can see like the reflection of their blood or something like that.
Yeah.
Like kind of piercing through. And
freaking incredible.
Incredible. Yeah.
I was just like I was telling you, I was noticing the environment lighting depending on what was the time of day and all that kind. That was like almost perfect. Like the pure blue sky was overly bright. It was
And
like
you get like the pink sunsets.
and it was giving a whole different casting, a whole different tone. And then there was another scene where it was actually like it looked like a storm was either rolling in or it just rolled out because we saw some wet streets in some of the scenes too. And that lighting was spot on. And some of that storm stuff, like if people aren't in areas where you do get a lot of storms or you get those storms where there's still sun, it's very hard to capture that lighting. But I was noticing that they were doing a fantastic job overall in the environments. I was like, damn, this is looking really good.
Did pass that squint test, especially that one scene where it's like the neon, and it's like I was like, wow, that was great.
The city scene, the city nighttime city scene, or
like the Miami Strip.
Yeah,
it
the
was
Miami
like the
Strip.
strip. Yeah. That scene, I was like, that's a hard lighting to do because the lighting's kind of bouncing from everywhere. It's bouncing from people's cars. It's like the neon does reflect some light, but not overwhelming, right? It has to. It's like this balance, and I feel
it diffuses, right? It diffuses. Neon diffuses as it goes out, so you got to capture all that in between stuff. And I thought they did a great job. It just, for me, even though I know it's current day, the minute I see Miami and the minute I see the flyover, that opening shot where they did a fly over the beach. And all, it's Miami Vice, man. I grew up on Miami Vice. Like this, like I know it's not. That's why I love Vice City because it was set in that time zone. But still, when I see Miami and I see the go fast boats, the cigar boats, whatever you want to call them, and I see all that stuff, that's all I can think about. And I saw that Miami Strip that you were just talking about 3 minutes. I was like, oh my god, how many times did I see Crockett, Don Johnson driving down in his white Ferrari, and they actually had a white Ferrari in that shot too. And I was like, oh man, yes, Miami Vice, let's go. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be a fucking massive game that is going to sell more than probably anything ever has in like a short time period. You know what I mean? It'll break records.
Day one.
But you know, it
pre-orders. What do you think? What does everybody think pre-orders are going to be?
Oh, it's over $1 billion.
Yeah. How many millions do you think will be pre-ordered? Cyberpunk
the first day
for pre-ordered launch day. What do you not just it's launch day sales, pre-orders. What do you think? Cyberpunk 2077 with all the hype had 13 million, I believe it was.
Bro, it launched 5 hours ago. The trailer I'm looking at now, it's 33 million views.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
I think million. It'll hit over 20 million easy on the pre-orders.
26.
Yeah.
I'm between 30 and 40. So that's where
30.
I think it lands. Yep. Somewhere in that.
I think within that week, that first week, it's definitely closer to 30, 40 by the first week, maybe even 50 million copies sold within the first 2 weeks. But yeah, that first day, it's 20 million out the door, easy. 30 million if it's not that $120 or $100 pricing that they were talking about.
GTA 5 has sold over 190 million.
That's fucking nuts, man. It is crazy.
What I think how many rebuys that is, but it is.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing.
Trade them in. I'm done with this game. Trade it in, and then a month later they're rebuying.
It's not just like rebuying it from GameStop. It's like buying it on 360, buying it on Xbox One, buying it on PC, buying it on PlayStation.
Right. Are they going to do PC?
They didn't say. They acknowledged Series X
and
PS5, but they didn't acknowledge PC yet. So.
But is that why they're pushing to 2025 maybe to get the? How could they not put this on PC day one? How can they give that up?
That's what I was saying, Pong. Like I'm surprised because of how much the PC audience they've developed over the last several years. You know, like
this game's built on the PC at the end of the day, anyways, and that footage was obviously running off a PC. It wasn't running off a console. Like, how could they not grab those sales day one? Because if they put it on PC, you could easily push 50 million pre-orders. You could.
I was saying, Pong, I feel like they're doing like because they've done this with GTA 5 and other games in the past. I feel like they're really just funneling in those console sales. Like, oh, I have to get it on console. Yeah. I have to get on Xbox and PS, whatever. And then they buy the same copy again on PC later on. And also to prevent like pirating. It's a lot harder to pirate. And you know, I feel like that's why they're doing it at the end of the day. It just be like, listen,
2025, no PC launch. Like that sounds crazy to me, man.
I know. It's not like they can't do it. I don't feel like it's a capability thing. Like they clearly can. I feel like it's all financial. at the end of the day, like of why they're doing it. I feel like yes, would you make a lot of money putting on PC game? Of course, but I feel like it's a strategic thing at the end of the day of why they're focusing in on the consoles. Yeah,
I agree. 30 frames or 60 frames.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I'm
Yeah.
thinking
You-
that there's no way that it's going to be 60. Like this,
and
like,
I
with
said
the-
it could be 60.
with the density of the NPCs, with
me
as
too.
big of a world they're building, it just with the issues that the consoles have already had this generation on large games like that with the CPUs, right? I just don't know how they could. Like, I would love it, you know, I would absolutely love it, but like, Starfield's 30, you know, like other games have launched at 30 that are more open world as well. And just looking at that game in the trailer, I've never seen anything look anywhere near as a next level as that. So I'm thinking that's going to be pushing these consoles and this hardware to the max. Like,
I mean, at the point in time when GTA comes out, if it comes out in 25, like you're gonna be dealing with an almost 6-year-old processor. Like, I just don't think it's.
I mean, what do you think, Pong? You think it's? I mean, I don't see it.
Camera turned off. I didn't even notice. I say no. I say if they keep the density, if they are actually going to push it that much, and they're going to keep that density in there, and they're going to try to push they're one of those studios that will push resolution right first and the density and make sure that the world feels the way that they want it to feel without sacrificing. And so I don't think they will. Unless they use all the tools and they find some way to pull it off, I just don't think so. I think it comes in at 30 on the current. And this was my other, hypothesis in the DMs was that Sony's going to step in and get the pro version. And if Xbox doesn't have a pro console, it'll be the only console version that runs 60 will be the Sony Pro.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier too. I was
Crazy.
thinking that would be, that's like what we had
Mhm.
these conversations we had about a year ago and stuff about like, there will be certain games if that happened that will matter, right? And
This
but the question is, could it even run 60 on a PS5 Pro, right? Like, and that's even like questionable. I believe
it's questionable. We don't know
because
anything.
It depends on the
So-
it depends on what the bottleneck would be,
Right.
if it's like a CPU
Right.
thing or graphics card thing. And most of these games that have had that problem this generation has been because of the CPU. So like, how far advanced would they be able to put a new CPU into a PS5 Pro? Like, that would be the major question there. But maybe they have technology that they've been able to figure out magic stuff and can surprise the shit out of us. Who knows?
Certainly
But
could.
ultimately, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's not going to fucking matter in this game, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
we're all going to play the shit out of it. If you own an Xbox, you're probably going to end up owning GTA 6. If you own a PlayStation, you're probably going to end up owning GTA 6 as well. And but if
Steele's holding strong. He says no 60, no buy.
okay,
Yeah,
Don't
and
wait for PC.
I'm still saying I think it can be 60 frames, but
If
that's
it's not
just
PC day one. There's no way you're waiting still. Like,
Yeah.
you can't skip a GTA.
Not
Yeah,
in Florida.
saying
Not with
I'll wait
Gators.
until
I mean,
there's the
I think
listen,
Steele gives in.
I don't know.
yeah, it's already been like what 10 years.
we called Fuzzy
Like,
out on
that's-
that a little while ago too. Like, he was saying he's gonna hold out for the PC version. Yeah, like, yeah, fuck off,
Like,
Fuzzy.
nah.
You said that for Forza too, remember? And we were like, yeah, you ain't waiting on Forza. Like,
Yeah, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for this game. So I'll buy it. Like I bought GTA 5 probably like 5-6 times. I'll buy this like more. But I have a feeling it'll be 60 for some reasons I said before. I think they have the capabilities to do it. It's just whether or not, and this I feel like Rockstar is the team that usually utilizes their technology. Whether or not they will actually do it, I don't know. It's also tricky because this game is very CPU, GPU heavy. Just by looking at the crowd density, the new technology that is in their engine and stuff like that, I feel like they can add that option to still be 60 frames. At the end of the day, you can always add options. Whether they'll do it, I don't know. I am kind of skeptical on that, but
it's that Rockstar mentality where, like Pong was saying, they don't want to compromise on the vision of their game. So like, they could theoretically reduce the NPCs to get it 60, but if it hurts their vision of their game, they're not going to do it.
No, I don't think they'll reduce NPCs. I'm saying like maybe dynamic
Maybe they
resolution
detail.
and Yeah,
I don't know if
feel
that
like
would be
they would go
enough
that
on
route.
this game, though, man. Like,
I don't know.
otherwise,
No,
all these other,
100 blades
see.
of grass, the 2
Otherwise-
blades of grass.
otherwise, these other games that are hit 30 now would be 60. Like this game is like way beyond like the scope of these games that are struggling to hit 60 now. Like
I mean,
know it's-
Redfall had no excuse.
I know it's different engines and stuff, right? And there's some reasons, like some of them have had co-op and stuff like that, which adds another level to it, you know. But like, I just look at what they're doing in this, and I'm like, I would love it, but it's like, holy shit! Like, I don't see it personally. I feel like it's going to be amazing if we get a solid 30. Personally, like,
We'll see.
I think it's going to be 14, 40, 30.
I think it's going to be
I
like
feel like
fucking
it's gonna be
1080,
30.
like 25 FPS.
I feel like it's gonna be 30 on the Series S and then like 60 on the Series X. But we'll see.
Dude, I fucking hope so. You're like,
We'll see.
that's some amazing optimism. I would love to see it, dude. If they do that, if they pull that off, Rockstar deserves all the fucking accolades they could ever get based on what we
Yeah.
saw on that trailer. Like, my God.
I'm just putting the positivity
All the
out there.
games of the
We'll see,
year
though.
for 25.
Steel, we already know that certain devs get passes. You know what's going to happen with Grand Theft Auto. It ain't going to matter.
Yeah,
It ain't going to
yeah.
matter.
we had this conversation
were-
before about Starfield,
Yeah,
right?
Starfield. And I admit it. I mean, I will still say that I certainly think that Rockstar should have a 60 frames mode for us. I believe that
Yeah.
option should always be available to the console players as much as it is to the PC players to decide how they want to play the games. I don't know why console is ever different, but at the end of the day, are there still certain games? Again, I don't have a problem with 30 frames. I've said that from day one. Is there still certain games that everybody will excuse? Absolutely, of course there are. And Grand Theft Auto 6, after it'll be 12 years at that point, we'll definitely get the pass from the vast majority.
I mean, if like GTA 5 was running at 12 and 18 FPS, like a lot of times on 360, and no one even fucking cared.
Yeah, of course. That's why I still don't have a problem to this day because I played back then.
Yeah.
I know some people do. Mav got spoiled and has a hard time with 30 frames, but I still don't have a problem. But yeah, the games we used to play back in the day, are you kidding me? 5 frames.
Some of
Jeez.
some of the newer games that have released since like Starfield's come out and stuff, it like I'll use Final Fantasy 16 as an example too. Like I thought it was gonna really bother me in that one, you know.
Yeah.
But it hasn't bothered me in Final Fantasy 16. I'm playing that in quality mode right now because the performance mode's only 60 in the battles and 30 everywhere else anyway, so I didn't see the benefit of that, and I didn't want it switching frame rates all the time. So I decided to stick with the quality mode on that, and it's been really pretty damn smooth and a good experience. Like Starfield on console for me has been like overall a good experience. Like, is it better on PC with like
Of course.
high frame rates and all the bells and whistles? Yes, but like there's certain games like Redfall was fucking atrocious to me at 30.
And Gotham Knights, we had this
Or
conversation.
when they do that weird
Gotham's 30 was
45.
crazy, bad.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
bad.
yeah, that was terrible. When they do that 45 blend, it actually works pretty well
Mhm.
with like when they utilize like VRR. I think 2 games did that. Like Spider-Man did it, and then Plague Tale I think did it as well. It was like a 45, but on my TV, since I have like VRR and stuff, I was able to actually like feel the difference. I don't know. I actually like when they do that as well.
It's kind of learned. I always learn more like as these games keep coming out, and it's like really there is a difference between the games and the implementation of the optimization and stuff like that, right? So like
Also, GTA is not really like a game where you need to be super competitive. So it's like 30 will work a little bit better for it than like, I mean, it still sucks, but like 30 would work better for that than nothing.
Shooting and driving always feels better in 60.
It does, but I mean, it's
oh yeah, GTA 5 at 60 frames once we got that update is another fucking level compared to the 30 frames we had for forever.
Right.
Like I'm like praying that we get a Red Dead Redemption 2 60 frames update because I could just know how that game's gonna feel, right? But like at the end of the day, am I not gonna play GTA 6 and enjoy it? Like there's no way I'm fucking missing GTA 6 when it comes out, no matter what. And you know what? If it's 60 only on a PS5 Pro, I will go buy a fucking PS5 Pro for it. I really will. I'm telling you the truth. Like,
there'll be plenty. They will sell a ton of it.
I will take my PS5. I will go trade that shit in, and I will get a PS5 Pro if GTA 6 is 60 frames on that and nowhere else. And I will also buy it on Xbox to play online with my friends. And I will also buy it on PC when it comes out for PC. And if anybody ever wants to judge me for that, I don't give a shit, because I'm going to be relishing in the glory of that fucking game that looked absolutely amazing, bro. It did.
I think there'll be crossplay this go around, because I don't know if they were crossplay. I don't think GTA 5 is crossplay, is it?
Is it?
Not with PC,
no.
but I think it is with Xbox
Consoles.
and PlayStation now.
Yeah, consoles
okay.
are. I think
I think so.
consoles are crossplay, and then
I
PC.
remember there
just
was
its
talk
own.
about it before, and I thought Rockstar told Sony they can F off with that cross
Maybe.
play fee or whatever they were trying to do.
Acute Perspective brought up something in the chat too. I don't know if you guys talked about it yet, but how many devs and publishers are now waiting on the exact date for 2025? Because they are
They're
going
like,
to
screw
clear
this.
the
I'm not.
deck. They are.
I'm not releasing.
Yeah.
I posted some of the
Yeah.
games possible in 2025 already. It's going to be a dumb year, and not everybody's going to be able to move out of the way anyways. But my God, how many people are going to clear the decks for that at least month? Like there's no way anybody's going to touch that month.
I'll be like
whatever
2
it
months.
is.
I would do 2 months.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
The possible 2025 games, right? We look at like Fable, right? We look at from Xbox,
Everwild, possibly.
Yeah, there's no crossplay.
What else
Yeah.
are we thinking is probably going to be 2025?
I put it in our DMs, man. I put up my list that I was guessing.
Wolverine.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect Dark.
Yep, Perfect Dark. So I said potentially GTA 6, Fable, Perfect Dark, Gears 6 maybe, Wolverine, Sony Santa Monica's new game potentially by then, Barlog's game, Death Stranding 2, Judas, Levine's BioShock spiritual successor, Dragon Age, AC Red or Hex, IO Interactive's James Bond, a new Doom, new Wolfenstein, Splinter Cell, Zampella's Battlefield, Wonder Woman, Outer Worlds 2 potentially, ZeniMax's online game. Tell me what else.
That's another 2023.
These next few
20
years, and we thought 2023 was like the greatest year ever in gaming.
Spider-Man 4.
We can already
Spider-Man.
We can already look at
Last of Us Part 2
2024.
remake remastered.
We can already look at 2024 and see like
Mhm.
this amazing slate of games that we're expecting. And then if you really put the thought to 2025 and then even beyond, then it's like these next 5 years are gonna be so fucking crazy, everybody. Like 2023, we'll be looking at which is better, 2023, 2024, 2025, like
Dude, this is like the 360 generation, but we get double the games every year now.
and the games are so much bigger and better. I mean, listen, you know what I mean? Like the 360 kicked off and was like a renaissance of like IP and like great like creation of all these, because the technology got to the point where they can make like bigger open world games. They can do all these different things, right?
It was a push of multiplayer. I mean, a lot too. Yeah.
And so we saw all these new IPs and stuff created, and we've been living a lot on those IPs a lot the last 15 years or so. We've been really looking forward to sequels on those. We're still looking forward to sequels. We just got news on Dragon Age, who just had a new trailer finally come out that I know a lot of people are excited about. I thought it was okay trailer, honestly. Like it didn't really give me anything to be excited about. It was just
they did the minimum just to say that they got something out there for their fan base. That's all they did. Yeah.
And then they said see more next summer, I think, or something like that. So at least I have maybe something to look forward to now with it. But we're still super excited about and talking about all these IPs that were created then, And I think this next few years is going to be kind of that renaissance again. Like Jeff Keighley said last night on his Q&A that there's going to be more new IP announcements like than we've seen before, like new worlds by new teams, new games that we haven't seen before. And he was talking specifically about that comparative to the games that are nominated for Game of the Year, how there's a lot of sequels and stuff. And he says most of the announcements they have in the show people have never heard of or seen before. And somebody also asked if there are going to be big AAA reveals. He said, safe to say yes. So to tell you guys, you want to have some fun, come here on Thursday and watch the Game Awards with us, because we're going to have a blast watching. Also, Boom said he's going to stop on through at some point during the co-stream as well. Nice. I think C-Money is going to be here too from from their channel as well. And so we're gonna have some fun with some guests and stuff. Steel's gonna be here. I know Psycho's got to work, which sucks. I think
Yeah,
you're gonna be,
I'm trying to see if I can switch, but we'll see.
yeah.
Michael, you haven't said anything. What's going on, bro? Come on, man. Talk. Talk.
No,
Why?
it's all right.
The 3-bit, you're gonna be at the Coast stream on
What
Thursday.
time
On
is
Thursday,
it?
we're going live at 6:30. The show starts at 7:30 Eastern.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. Fuzz, are you gonna be able to be there?
I'll likely be there. I wanted to boycott this, but Xbox is going to make it impossible for me.
Yeah,
to boycott
Yeah,
it.
they
I
keep
mean-
teasing stuff, man. Jasper already told me he's gonna be able to be there, but
I should be there as long as
Yeah.
I don't get held up on that thing I'm going to. But
yeah, you're doing that tomorrow, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm supposed to come back on the 6th. So I mean, if everything goes good, I should be back. So
okay, right on.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. Can't wait to see what's revealed at the Game Awards. I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that got overshadowed today.
Yep.
Because
I suppose
Something else happened?
yeah, something else
Firefight?
happened. According to Alvin, with the very generous $5 super chat, says GTA 6 will be. Wait, hold on. Did I
He's had
say
two in
this
there.
Said a couple.
Okay, I missed this one earlier. This is
Yeah.
the first one. GTA 6 will be the first GTA I actually buy, and since it's not launching on PC, if there's no Xbox Series Elite, it'll sell me on a PS5 Pro. I'm same way, bro. 100%. Then we also had another $5 super chat. This is the one I was referring to from Alvin, who said with the $2 super chat, says rip to that new The Last of Us 2 trailer, same hour. Yikes.
Yeah,
I
that was
honestly
unfortunate.
had no fucking clue they even had that trailer today.
Somebody was talking about it had a bug in it where one of the clickers was like invisible or something. Like there was a glitch or something.
I think I saw Destin post about the trailer. That's the only
I see-
reason I
In
knew
the
it came out.
trailer.
Part of the reason I probably didn't know that there was a trailer for that is because I honestly don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean it's another. I mean, goodness, it what it does to me, it kind of pisses me off seeing it because I'm like, this is not the
Hey, bro,
Last
just
of
a
Us
$60,
faction.
$70 donation
It's not
every couple
factions.
years. It's
It's
so
no,
fun.
it's just annoying. It's just like it feels like they're doing it to sort of make up for factions that it's not out, but it's like but yeah, there is some cool stuff in there for sure. You can like have different costumes and stuff for Ellie. I seen a
Play the
clip of her. She
guitar.
has like the astronaut thing that was in the story that's a big moment where she wants to be an astronaut, whatever.
Whoop-de
And,
fucking do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like it seems like it's like a horde mode where
Yeah,
where
it's like a
you can
survival.
play as the different characters and then you basically just try to survive. So
Yeah. At least they're giving it to you for $10. Look, with the extra content, I think there's good enough value there to warrant the $10 with the extra mode and stuff like that. So, cool.
They should probably remaster the trailer and re-release it again.
Yeah. Do you
It came
think
out
so?
Yeah,
today.
there is a glitch in there.
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Or,
Wait,
or
the Xbox put out a trailer thing? The
for
fuck?
Halo,
No, it's like these people are sitting in like, like fuck, what's it called? Where you like go into the building, you, like look up and you see all the stars or whatever. I forget what those are fucking called.
A planetarium.
Yeah, planetariums. It's
Oh.
like these people are laying in a bed, but they're like looking at a ceiling, and it's like just weird Xbox imagery.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I
I'm
didn't
looking at
see
their-
that either.
It's called
X-
Xbox Series X Dream Experience POV.
They've had the dream experience they had was a couple years ago thing.
This within an hour ago though.
Yeah,
Really?
they posted it an hour ago.
I don't see anything. They haven't posted it to X at
Oh,
all.
I see it. I'll send it.
When
What
the
was it?
Series X when they launched, they like had brought some people in. And they even had a commercial or whatever they did with that. But where
No,
they
this
had,
is some like fucking psychedelic shit. It's just them staring at Xbox propaganda.
it's like an Xbox version of MK Ultra, like whatever.
Right.
I haven't seen it. Like, you can bring it up if you want.
in
Jasper,
London.
like,
I put it in the chat.
I haven't seen that yet. But another thing that dropped today that I feel like was a big deal was Halo Infinite's firefight trailer. It looked really damn good.
Looks freaking sick.
We also found out that a couple people in the community had gotten kind of behind the scenes looks at it as well, and they were all like saying how good it was. Jez, I think, got it, or somebody at Windows Central, not Jez, but got it to play it, as well as Colt Eastwood said that he got to play it. And you know, Halo's already on an uptick, and it has been for a while, especially with their content. We played it the other day, but now it seems
Where was
like
my invite?
Now it seems like they are really like getting it. You don't play. I thought about inviting you to play Halo, but I sent you a DM. I was like, hey,
I was off all weekend,
I
was not social at all.
Yeah,
weekend,
I got it. I sent you a DM saying, hey, we might switch games if you want to play.
Right.
Because I know like Halo, the casual guy or whatever. But you know, it is on this uptick. And I think this is going to add another level to that because it is kind of like that PvE experience that a lot of us have been wanting.
People don't want
you know?
the try hard PvP experience. This is like perfect.
I got to say, when I watched the trailer today, I was like, okay, I like Firefight. Let's go. This looked really good. So I can imagine us having a good time, you know, with the Fun Spec fam and stuff. So for sure. It looked really great.
You're gonna
redownload and Forge
and install it?
I gotta get room. I don't know what I'm gonna remove
that's
right
a
now.
Fucking battle, dude.
Yeah, right now it's a big battle with how many big games there are, bro. Diablo and Starfield and Call of Duty alone.
Yeah, Call of Duty has an update tomorrow's or the 6th.
Yeah, yep. And Diablo's got their new Christmas season shit coming out too next week.
Today, also another thing that dropped was the new Warzone map trailer.
Mm-hmm. Saw that
as well, which was pretty damn big. And then we also had Sea of Thieves news today with a content update where they're releasing like where you can have your own crew in a closed server, so you don't have like other people attacking you and stuff. For people that want to play and just kind of chill and not have to worry about that PvP aspect to it, which has been something that community's been asking for a very long time. So. That was cool. It's like safer seas. Man, just so much stuff, dude.
Well, what's crazy, Mav, is everybody played off of the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer announcement, right? With the colors, and they all said, okay, we're just gonna release all of our stuff all around Tuesday. And then they get totally crushed because GTA 6 launches today with a trailer. Right. Fucking crazy, man.
They're like, y'all try to sell our marketing campaign. Fuck you.
Yeah. You know, were y'all surprised that they went ahead and dropped it like that, like after the leak? Like, or they?
Yeah. I didn't even know it was like again, I came home and you guys were just saying like, you guys were talking about like the aftermath, like, oh yeah, this was great. And I was like, wait, what's great? And then I looked at my timeline. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I was freaking out.
They could have held strong. They could have held strong.
I feel like they could have held it. Yeah, they should have. But
I mean, they only had like 18 more hours to go or whatever. So
right, it was 18 hours. They already went through the whole alpha leak thing. So I think they probably just said, screw it. We're gonna control it. We'll just drop it now and blow up the internet right now. Why not? What's the difference, really? So, and it worked. I mean, again, they're over 30 million views. So. What's the difference?
It broke YouTube. Like for the longest time, YouTube's thing was like stuck at 84,000 views or some shit.
They can keep up with it. Yeah.
I'm looking at this Xbox commercial thing now. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Is
there anything at the end?
So weird.
Is this something like you go sign up for, or is this like created just for like?
It said it was an experience in London. Like they built it in London somewhere.
What are you doing?
What do you do? What is it?
I don't know.
Like a planetarium, you're like visiting different universes and stars and stuff. You're looking at an Xbox logo and a Series X.
It's so fucking
and
weird,
the people are just laying down and looking at it. I didn't even see the people till like the very end.
Oh, the ceiling's opening.
But what's it doing?
It's exposing you to the stars.
It's going to show you more Xbox imagery. It's going to show.
Okay, that would be pretty cool if I was in a room and it did that, you know?
Like, I mean, yeah, if I had Psycho's drugstore, for sure. I mean, it'd be great. It'd be fantastic. Look at that. But what is the?
It kind of looks like a ride at like Universal Studios or something where you go in and like get transported somewhere
at a Starfield.
But like this guy right there doesn't even care. He's like on his fucking phone. He's just This guy just grabs his phone.
The inverse
It's
of
like,
the glow of the spear in Vegas.
Is that supposed to be like Starfield?
I
Kinda
think.
looks
I
like
guess.
I
so.
don't know,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know.
This makes me
Is it
want to go
referencing
buy an
any game?
Xbox Series X right now.
You just
You
brainwash
never
everyone.
saw
Because
his-
they got the artifacts kind of spinning.
Oh,
Right.
something's happening.
Go beyond the boundaries.
How long is this thing?
It's like 8 minutes.
7 fucking minutes? Like what the hell? Okay,
I've
I'll,
been fast forwarding this.
yeah, no, I'll
I just
watch
skipped
that
it.
later and figure out what the hell it is. But yeah, that's interesting, man. Anybody watch?
Yeah, there
that?
is. There it is. There it is. There is the artifacts and stuff. So it is Starfield.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
And they eventually get to like neon.
So weird.
Not sure if that's supposed to be Cyberpunk's neon or neon for Starfield.
I was thinking Cyberpunk, but
Uh,
I don't
think
think
it's-
there's any game related to it.
wasn't it like these were like what people's dreams were, and they were able to capture them or some shit?
That was the.
I mean, yeah,
that was the other thing they did. The other experiment thing.
How
This
are
is-
your dreams
this-
was like their thing.
This could be like just like brain waves, kind of like put into like
I
motion.
don't think
with
you can
the
capture brainwaves and turn them into that, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. You didn't have mushrooms. You can.
Yeah.
There's
interesting.
need the Neuralink and the mushrooms.
You guys want some more GTA 6 Salt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you guys saw this. J-Rock just posted it from according to the leaker, 70% of the buildings in GTA 6 will be enterable.
Yeah. We
Now, if
did
you cover that? Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Okay,
that.
I didn't- That will
That's
be
the-
another level.
Yeah.
That's I mentioned that because that's something I said on Fonzo's show last night. Was that's the next step, right? Is make these big open worlds and these big open cities are fantastic, right? Cyberpunk was an absolute incredible. The city is a character itself. And GTA games are kind of similar to that, obviously. But that's the next step, is I want to see us be able to go into these buildings. If 70% are enterable, or even close to that, if 50% are, that will be absolutely mind-blowing. That will be another bar. Because that with that dense of a city, that'd be crazy, man.
Yeah, that thing's gonna be 5 frames. I take it back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
5
hijack
frames
again.
per
I just-
second.
I didn't know you guys had talked about it.
I think it's gonna be 10 frames per second. 3 frames.
Now, I don't know if it's gonna be enter in with no loads,
Yeah, no loading screen.
no loading screens, or if they're going to.
I would say it's certain buildings because, like in GTA 5, like you can go in like clothing stores, but like if you go into your own apartment, it's a little different. So maybe like depending on the type of building or whatever that building is, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, liquor stores and stuff you could just seamlessly go into. But yeah, if you're going into your apartment, there's a loading screen. But there's like certain buildings where you just walk in
Yeah.
GTA 5, but it's very far in between because it's only a few places. Like if you're going to like a liquor store, you can go in there and rob the place in GTA 5. Or if
Yeah,
you're
'cause
going
they don't.
to like a mass store or a clothing store.
Yeah, because they don't really go in depth of what buildings are enterable. So being if it's like all these homes that you can buy and go, and those are enterable. You know what I mean? That a majority of those could be load screens. So
I think it kind of depends on like what buildings are customizable, because then it has to load that stuff. Whereas like if it's just that pre-stationed asset, they don't have to load your version of it. They can just load the world's version, so they can just walk in.
Right.
Now, from a modded PC standpoint, there were mods where you can have all interiors turn on. But like Jasper was saying, any of them that are customizable were load screens. Although you could have mods where you didn't make them customizable, you had them just one state for your save, and then that one you just walk into the blue circle. I guess it's still even a loading screen, because the blue circle basically
Teleport you.
pretty much pushes you through the wall for like the nightclub. There wasn't really a load time. It was almost like it warped you from the blue circle on the outside to the blue circle on the inside. But that was like a modded PC version. But I could see them having like any store like that you can rob, whether it's a dealership, liquor store, jewelry stores, things like that, are probably not going to be loading screens because you could probably go in and out of those pretty quick. But like your own home, your apartment, your garages, maybe you can have businesses like you can for online. I could see those all being like loading screens and stuff.
Even in like San Andreas, there was that like side mode where like you could go into and burglarize people's houses. So like if they just have all those houses now open, like that would increase your building, like open building percentage pretty big if they have like a mini like rob house game mode or whatever.
These games are getting so fucking crazy, man. Like really, like people like talk about the good old days and nostalgia and shit. Like I really think about it. Would I rather be sitting back in the old days as like a 10-year-old me playing like one of those Marios and shit like that, or Zelda or something, or would I rather be sitting here looking at what's possible in a game like GTA 6?
I was 10 years old. Games were pretty good.
No, I mean they were fantastic for the time. They were great, but like these are the kind of fucking things we always dreamed about being possible one day. Like as a kid, I was like, one day it'd be possible if like a game could be like you could go anywhere and do whatever the fuck you want and like go in any of the buildings and like do like go just take whatever car you want to do it, like all that kind of stuff. And like, will the people seem more real when you talk to them instead of like being like, hello, I am the person at this store. What question would you like? I mean, like there's like, it's so much more like engaging and like stuff to do and stuff like that. And there's a lot of nitpicking all the time with games these days, but I just look back and think about it. Holy shit, like it's insane. Like we were playing Fortnite last night, like me and Jasper and Steele and Kate, and we were having a blast. They just had their big new chapter update, right? The graphics and the lighting are just fucking crazy in that game, dude. But then they have now they have like Lego Fortnite coming. They have like this rhythm-based game.
They have the Harmonix team work on like the rhythm part for Eminem.
Yes, Harmonix is working on the there's a whole game mode coming out, and like it's coming out later. I think this week, and the weekend is like going to be the first featured artist with it, and it's like a rhythm-based like controller input game made by Harmonix that is within Fortnite. It's insane, and then you got a Rocket League based racing game within it too, like, and all these things all within one fucking game. You know what I mean? That is free.
Yeah, Fortnite's insane. Every time I look at it, I'm just like,
remember when it used to be a zombie game?
Yes, I bought it.
World.
I bought it like way back.
I bought it for the zombie stuff.
Yeah, I saved the world. I bought it like for like $25-$30, whatever it was when it originally came out, when it was like in like beta program or whatever, when it initially launched. And I played it. I was like, hey, this is really fun. I was done with it. Then
it was
I
like
realized,
a survival.
Then some people kept talking about Fortnite, and I'm like, yeah, it's a cool game. Yeah, it's fun, but why do people keep talking about it? And I realized like they added this battle royale thing, and it exploded into this phenomenon and stuff. It's just been taking off since then, right? But the people give Fortnite a lot of shit, but like you look at all the things they're doing in it, and how like good quality a lot of the things are in it. It's like,
I mean, they fucking changed the industry. Like they're kind of the ones that have weekly updates on the map for everyone.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have weekly updates, your game's shit for a lot of people. It's like,
all right, yeah. I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's just nuts. Like Steel was running around as Venom. And they have like riot shields now in the game, like as part of the new season. So he was running around with Venom with a fucking riot shield, and it just looks like so crazy. We're all riding around in a fucking G-Wagon. It's just nuts, dude. You got licensed music when you're driving around playing. It's just like whatever song the station plays, and it's just so much fucking fun, dude. Like playing games now, like and we have stuff like GTA 6 to look forward to. It's nuts.
I remember thinking like, hey, as a kid, like, no game is gonna look better than Halo 2 for some reason. I just remember having that thought, like, dude, this is the pinnacle of graphics.
Every like couple years, you're like, man, this game looks fucking amazing. It's like,
yeah, and now we're at a stage where we're looking at GTA 6, and it just wow, we've come a long way.
You and Jasper went around the switch between 2D and 3D.
Yeah,
you should have had your mind blown when I walked in.
When we played Super Mario 64 for the first time.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I remember, like when my dad, like when I was a kid, he was like, "Oh my god, this game looks amazing. I don't know how they're gonna do better than this." It's like,
No, here we are.
Crazy.
I played some Streets of Rage and stuff. I jumped from like Streets of Rage to like Smash Bros.
Yeah,
And I
but you were
remember
like young.
I
You
was
were
still
young.
pretty young.
Right.
so,
like
like-
I was a full-fledged adult when it happened. It was like, what is going on? How are they pulling this off?
Yeah.
Right. It was crazy.
Yeah,
It was-
when I first
yeah.
got a PlayStation 1, the first game I played was Ridge Racer. Like, and I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I was like, holy hell. Like, this is what I'm playing now? This is nuts, dude. I was like, holy shit. Like, I was so crazy back then. And and you go back and play that now, it's like, wow, that looks like such dog shit. Like, how did I ever enjoy that? It feels like crap. It plays like crap. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
How did I ever enjoy those games as much as I did back then? But our minds were fucking blown, dude. First time I ever played Resident Evil, the first one. Like,
Yeah, the
it
first
was
one.
so fucking scary, dude. It was
Yep.
like, but
Yeah.
you,
dogs in the hallway.
yeah, the
Holy
first
through the
time
window.
we were playing, it was nighttime, and it was lightning and storming outside. It was me and my brother playing, and he's older than me. He's like 6 years older than me. And like, we're playing, and the first time those fucking dogs jumped through the window, we both like threw our controllers and ran the fucking other side of the house, dude. It was like, what the hell? That never happened before in a video game. Moments like that, you know.
Yeah.
But now
Jason B
and
brought up a good
my-
one with NFL 2K too. Remember with
Yes.
halftime
yeah.
highlights for the first time
Yeah.
when they actually had
Yeah.
your
That's
plays on
still
the
aged pretty
halftime?
well.
Oh, bro.
I feel like that's still aged
It
pretty
was
well.
like
Yeah.
like Madden 06 or some shit when they first added snow. Is like fucking everyone
Yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh my
that may
Yeah.
have been one of the most misleading trailers of all time. Was
Yeah.
the Madden? Is it either Madden 05 or Madden 06? The one that had Donovan McNabb and the Eagles in the
Yeah.
snow. And
that
then,
was 05?
because it was the first Madden game for that generation, right?
Yeah.
For the 360 generation and stuff. And when we all got it and played it,
Oh,
it
they
looked,
baited you.
it looked just like the fucking Madden we played last year, pretty much. We're like, oh, that's not what the trailer looked like at all. But okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
For
we
me, it
accepted
was
earlier.
Sega CD with Joe Montana football.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it went from like the what was it, Tecmo Bowl to like 3D graphics for football games. I was like, oh, it'll never look better than this. And then every year after that, it just
Kept
made
saying
the Sega CD kind of look like 2D pixels afterwards. But
Right.
for a while when that came out, it was awesome. And even more recently, like I never thought we would go past what Grand Theft Auto 5 did for PS3 and 360 era, because for the games that were out at that time, to me, that was like above all of those as far as visuals.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they came out for the next gen for PS4 and Xbox One, I'm like, they've actually did it. They actually made it look even better. And
Now, have you played it
this
lately
next
on a
Grand Theft Auto.
Series X or anything?
No, because I promised myself I wasn't going to buy it for the next gen consoles, but I have played it on PC
Good.
with the New Vision mod,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's
fucking unbelievable still. Like,
For-
honestly, it looks better than a lot of new games. It does. With it. With
Yeah,
the
it's
update.
smooth. It has the ray tracing on the cars and stuff. Like the chrome cars look amazing. For me, for my fiance, it's the opposite. Like she just started, like her first game right now was Hogwarts. She beat Hogwarts completely, and now I'm trying to show her some older games. She's like, ugh. Like she only wants to play good looking games. Like, oh, I want
Was
to
her- that's her
play.
first video game? Like,
That's like her first open world game.
okay.
She played like older, like she played like some Barbie game or something. But let's just say this is like her first game.
Right.
The other game that the Hogwarts team made. Got it.
So I showed her Hogwarts, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me show you another open world game, because that's when you guys were recommending me
Uh-huh.
some different games. I was like, oh yeah, what about Assassin's Creed? That was like a great open world game. She looked at the graphics like, ugh.
Which
Like,
one
nah.
did you play?
Which one?
2.
Oh, why would you send it
Dude.
in
What
two?
the fuck would you do?
That's the best one.
Well,
I
you
love
don't
Assassin's
go, yeah,
Creed 2.
Assassin's Creed 2 is amazing, but you don't go tell somebody that's never played Assassin's Creed before to go try one of the older ones.
Well,
You
which
said-
which one? Because
Play
I love
Origins or Odyssey.
Yeah,
or,
but
Valhalla.
they're
I
not
would say-
assassins. I like.
Yeah,
the
but they give
two-
freedom.
Play
They give
Mirage.
freedom.
That's true. That's true.
Mirage,
Yes.
get Ubisoft Plus.
All right.
Play Mirage. It's a classic style Assassin's Creed game. it's the newest one. Graphics are really good and stuff. So
All right, fine. But look, guys,
also not like a
Assassin's Creed 2 was
1,000-hour
so
game.
that
good.
is such a
So, like-
3-bit dumb thing to
Yeah.
do, man. I swear to God, you're trying to.
Assassin's Creed 2 is amazing. Okay, that's like my
I agree,
favorite.
but you just said she doesn't like old graphics and stuff. So
No,
you're-
that's why I figured. That's how I
Oh,
figured it
okay.
out.
I got
Like
it.
I showed her
You know.
Assassin's Creed 2, and then she was like, "This is not looking good." I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
"Now I know." But what did you recommend, Mirage?
Well,
that I should
Mirage is the
send-
newest one. I think it's like underrated. I think
It's
really
also
good.
like short, so like if she
Yeah.
doesn't have
Which
like
one
a
is? I don't
100-hour
know.
commitment to it, like,
It's this one. It just came out a few months ago.
So it should be like
yeah,
$20 now,
It-
right?
you said
I forgot about that
it's-
game.
It's more of like the traditional style Assassin's Creed a little bit, you know.
I completely forgot about that game. Wow, there's too many games.
It's also a little simpler, like and toned down in some aspects too. So like if you're not like a super like invested into that franchise, it's an easy one to get into. If you want the most and biggest grand thing, yeah, I like still said in the chat, Valhalla. Like the Valhalla is the biggest fucking.
I really
thing,
like.
I spent like an hour kicking a head around recording videos in Valhalla. I
Valhalla's
decapitated a
combat
guy.
is absolutely unbelievable.
I made a
Yeah,
little
their combat is crazy.
video and put it on Twitter of me just kicking a
It's
head
freaking awesome.
down the street forever. It's fucking.
You could pet the cats. You could
Yeah.
chop people's arms off, other limbs. Yeah.
What about Halo, man? Did she get into Halo?
Yeah, she likes Halo 2. But
I told you to
she's
try
right now her
Playstyle.
genre right now is open world. Like she wants that experience that she had in Hogwarts with other games.
Did you have her try Halo Infinite's campaign?
No.
Okay.
No. Not yet.
The
Not
open,
yet.
the
She's
open
in
world Halo.
Well,
I would say
she likes
probably
the third person. She
Yeah, I
likes
was gonna
third
say
person.
avoid the first person stuff for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
she right now she's
But Gears 5.
figuring out different ones. Oh yeah, that I could try that. Or Witcher. She's really into Witcher right now. She's played the first mission or something, and she's like, "Oh, okay, this is really cool." So
You know, Final Fantasy. She may like Final Fantasy 16.
is that open world?
No, but it.
No.
It's
But,
kind of open.
But
Ish.
it's
Semi,
it's
isn't it?
cinematic, and you kind of have some opener areas and stuff. But like the combat's pretty simple too, and like it kind of like the gameplay in Hogwarts Legacy. I remember is kind of simple from that perspective. Like, but it was very like good with storytelling, right? Final Fantasy 16 is great with the storytelling. It's like engrossing story for me so far. It's also a mature story, which is interesting for Final Fantasy. Well,
Yeah, it's always interesting, right? When someone's like new to gaming and you're like,
yeah.
yeah.
And then you listen to 3-Bit's recommendations of Assassin's Creed 2. man.
Scott,
Assassin's Creed 2 is great.
Scott
Two-
Gamer,
two
Scott
out of
Gamer. I think it's the best Assassin's Creed. It's
Yeah, it is.
Scott Gamer dude said in the chat a good suggestion. Witcher, right? Witcher.
He
Yeah.
said that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. She's playing Witcher right now.
Oh, okay.
She played Skyrim. She loves Skyrim, so she seems to just like open world games. And now she wants to eventually try out Starfield, but she wants to like try and beat Witcher first. So we'll see.
Right on.
Starfield might be next.
You want to
We'll
get us
see her in 6 months.
you want to get us ready for tidbits, Jasper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have our tidbits segment here in a second. But overall, any other final sentiments on GTA 6, real quick, guys, or any Halo Infinite, Firefight, or anything else that was announced today?
It looks incredible.
GTA 6. Hopefully, no NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the online segment where they will just bombard you with just packs and stuff like that.
Hey,
but
buy a
over the
virtual
top.
property. Pay
It's
interest
going to
on
be
it.
over the top.
What if
It
we had
is.
to pay taxes
Yeah.
on our property taxes on a virtual
Oh my
property?
God.
Hey, your mortgage is coming up.
Yeah.
Make sure you buy some shark cards.
yeah,
You
that's
had to do
literally the
that with
only
your
thing I'm worried
yacht
about.
In your another property, I think you had to do that with. But the yachts you always had to pay like that storage or
yeah,
captain's
but it's like
fee or something.
$120.
My property went away. I don't know what the heck happened.
probably
I live in
sold
a
it.
garage now. I don't remember selling it. Why do I live in a garage? I have no idea. But every time I boot up the game, I live in a garage now. But it is what it is.
And which game?
Okay.
GTA.
You live in a
When
garage.
I boot up, Yes.
That's
When I
probably.
boot up,
I don't think you live there. I think it's just
I
your
live
the
there.
garage.
That's my home icon. It's in that garage.
The garage. You're in the garage. The house is above it.
No, there is nothing. It's like
you can buy
it's
separate
one floor.
garages.
It's one floor and it's a garage, and I live here now. I don't know what the heck happened to my penthouse.
Did you have like a little bedroll or a cot in the corner or something like that?
You got evicted. You got evicted.
That's what
You
it
did.
feels.
It
I think I did. I don't know when it happened, but I remember you guys used to come to my penthouse and we chilled and stuff. One day I loaded up and I'm in a garage now, and I just accepted it. But
You probably
I want my house
either
back.
you still have your house and you don't know it, or you set your main spawn to your garage.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you
sure.
upgrade from like Xbox One to Series X, and then
Yeah.
did you start over or did you carry over your stuff?
Well, if they started with the
think
garage,
I
then
carried
you would carry
over. Yeah, I carried over, but
You need
I
to
don't
buy
remember
more.
what I did.
Buy more shark cards. Problem solved.
Then I get my penthouse.
All right, everybody. Are we ready, Jasper?
Yeah, let me know when you want me to hit play.
Okay. All right, everybody. This is Tidbits, the segment where we look ahead at this week of games releases. This is the final segment here on FSP, and we'll see what we got in store this week. I think we're ready, Jasper.
Okay.
First one is the Highland song on Switch and PC, coming out basically tonight, Tuesday, and it's $16.99 on the Nintendo Play Store.
I'm coming.
Right on.
I must be off my
Pause.
trolley.
If you want to watch Pong, you just hit join activity at the bottom of Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can watch it at the same time. All this music is awful.
Not into that like folk music.
It sounds like a royalty-free acoustic track.
Oh, you can skip rocks.
Come to the lighthouse, Moira.
Beautiful style, though.
Come
I'm into that
fast as
style.
you can.
You always have the weirdest like takes on the trailers.
It's because I edit them, so it's just like
It
I don't know.
messed up for me, Jasper. I got to come back in.
Oh my god, it's always you, bro.
All right.
I don't know why.
All right, this one is
what's-
Disney Dreamlight Valley. I think they're doing a more
I'm ready.
recent update because this game has kind of been out for a while, so this is more of a content update.
Cozy.
If you don't
it's
already
cozy
have it,
edition.
Filled with
yeah,
secrets and wonder.
it's
an expansion,
$29.99
right?
if you don't have it
But
currently.
one man's hunger for power broke it all.
Expansion where if you can buy it as a bundle, pretty much, right? Something.
Yeah,
Island was
yeah.
lost. Until now.
Did you ever,
Discovering all new worlds
like,
where only you
get all the
can
achievements,
make things
Jasper?
right.
No, because you have to play for like 365 days or some shit.
What the
So-
fuck?
Yeah.
Is as simple
That's
as
crazy.
doing an hourglass.
Like real gameplay time or just different days?
Because you can only do so many like
Meet new
things on a
friends
certain
that
day, and
guide
like
the
if you
way.
did it, like it would take like over 100 days or some shit. I forgot what it was. but-
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I just played for enough achievements for whatever, Game Pass quest or something a while ago.
So what is this? An expansion or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make your own character, or is that the character you
You
play
can
with?
make a little person. It's not like super customizable, but you make your own avatar.
Wasn't that Astrobot there with the, or was that Eevee? Eve.
I think it was
Eve.
It looked like the
Eevee.
fucking
Eevee.
Astrobot. What is this?
This is
Skater
Skate XL or Skater XL on the Switch. Finally
Okay.
coming to
Coming.
the Switch.
Oh,
How
Mute,
long?
Mute the music.
wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gonna grind and skate and yeah.
Man,
Cool. It's got
I really want
it's
the
got Brandon Westgate in it. It's gonna be great.
Evans, man.
This
I don't know
game,
who
I
these
think, was
people are.
supposed to come to the Switch like 3 years ago. So,
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's finally here.
What happened?
It's the
It's
Switch.
still not-
Is that what the dev said? Sorry, it's the Switch.
Sorry, it's a Switch. Everybody's like, "Oh, okay, okay, I understand."
Yeah, it was announced for the Switch like 3 years ago, and release date is tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah, when is Skate 4? People asking in the chat.
About 2028.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's been in development forever.
I mean, they've been transparent on their development stuff and like showed a lot of stuff behind the scenes work that they've done, early stuff, but they haven't really gave, I don't think, a lot of timelines on release. Nate Dogg says Ray Lewis was 05, McNabb 06. Right on.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Madden 05 was like my favorite one, even to this day.
Yeah, 05 was fantastic. 06 was a letdown.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as 2K. Get out of here with that.
I mean,
ESPN NFL
facts.
2K5 was the best ever. The best football game ever made. Yeah. And it's only $20.
There still isn't a game that compares to that game in terms of football.
What about
run blocking?
Yeah. I mean, dude, like Eddie George was a beast.
The offensive line actually made holes for you, which was fantastic.
You could see them too.
Yes.
And like tackling too, like you actually felt like you were tackling. It wasn't the game doing it for you.
Sonic Dream Team. All right. So they're releasing this
Apple Arcade exclusive.
Oh.
Is this the next new era thing that they were teasing?
I hope not.
No.
This is their super game.
No.
So
this is.
Can you
this
buy
was the better Sonic one that they released. It didn't have a physical price, but it looks like if you subscribe to Apple Arcade for $6.99 a month, you'll have access to it.
So isn't that what everybody was afraid that Xbox would do with Game Pass? Like force people to subscribe,
Yeah, but that's Apple.
So it's okay. It's like that's weird. Okay, fair enough.
Who's playing this game
still?
still?
No one gives it a shit.
Yeah,
how is this game still alive?
What is it?
Out of preview,
Anacrucius.
and
it came to preview. We
I
played
the
this.
preview and it was so bad.
Terrible.
Oh, really? They used a song I used before for an Affleck trailer.
They stole your work. Is that what
They
you're
stole
saying?
my song. I used this exact song for an actual Affleck commercial. That's funny.
I just don't know who's still playing it. I can't believe that out of all the cancellations we see, how is this one still surviving? I have no idea.
Yeah, my Insurgency Sandstorm might be
yeah, unfortunately.
But this game, no.
Maybe it got better, guys.
I mean, it could have, but there's still so much
Everyone's
to play.
face.
This is
See a lot of people streaming it.
Yeah, I was streaming it yesterday.
It did beyond their expectations. They expected 10 people to play it, and it had achieved a massive 20 people. So they're doing okay.
Oh man,
half the players are the dev team.
We just really love this fight. Didn't this go to Game Pass?
Yes.
Maybe this is the Game Pass money,
early access,
like saving their ass or something.
The Anacrucis. You got a cool logo, at least.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The aesthetic is cool.
Yeah.
Our story is more than what hobbits
What?
This is
Who's
from
making
the
this?
same studio that made Gollum.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm never touching that game ever again.
PC
I've
reviews
learned-
on this.
Did you say it's the same people that made Gollum make this?
Yeah.
The
I've
PC
learned my
reviews
lesson.
were not good at all.
This is a horrible fucking week so far. What's going on?
Yeah,
It gets
Steele and I
better
went
at
through
the
this on Saturday.
Oh, in the middle it gets better, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Some base building.
Mm-hmm.
It's priced at $39.99. PS5.
I just don't want them to fool me again because I love Lord of the Rings and they got fooled with Gollum.
Coming to Xbox next year at some point, they said. We'll see.
Here comes the Game Pass.
If Xbox wants it.
Yeah, well,
they could.
or if they actually continue development and support on it. We'll see.
What if they just bought the Lord of the Rings license and it was like, we got to pump out as much IP?
We only got a few months. Yeah. Disappointing.
Nacon.
Now,
Vampire Masquerade.
Yeah.
Swan Song.
Okay.
Oh.
Now this
Sorry,
one
Buzz,
is,
I'm stepping
it's
on you.
finally
Saturday.
coming to the Switch,
Yes.
but it's priced at $49.99. And I think PS5 and Xbox have it for like $19.99 or something like that.
It's
right
been
now,
out for a
so-
while.
Oh my god, that's
Oh.
$50 to play it on the Switch as opposed to $20 on an Xbox or PlayStation.
I mean, to be
That's,
fair, it's a narrative
Yeah.
driven game, so.
What about you?
Now the visuals here are what it is on Xbox. They do not have representation for the Switch.
Yeah, I
Okay,
wouldn't.
Yeah. Fair enough. You know that Batman didn't look horrible on the Switch for that trailer.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
looked
but
pretty
then
bad
you
if
saw the
look at-
screenshots
Yeah.
come out after the.
It's
Right.
getting memed to hell right now.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't see any of that
Yeah.
yet.
Yes.
Yeah, I would get sued for like, because I would refuse to show the Switch version. I would be like, nope, we're showing the Xbox version just for the Switch trailer. I would get sued. They're not gonna get me.
The Switch.
Yep.
Did you work on the original Division showcase?
No. Or maybe I did.
He also worked on the initial premiere of Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I
Wait,
watched
that that drone
Alright, that
mode
was
that
me.
they were supposed to have in the division.
Oh, here we
Hey.
go.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
looking forward to this one.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of Ubisoft,
Yeah.
this is.
I'm
yeah,
actually
this is
looking forward to
Sixth or the seventh when this comes out.
It comes out on the 7th, this Thursday. $59.99. Frontiers
Yeah,
of
but
Pandora.
I may pick up Ubisoft for just a month. and
Yeah,
play this.
it's worth it right now. This is some good stuff to play, and I'm gonna play this co-op with Kate. It'll be fun.
Oh, it's co-op?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm in.
two player.
Now,
Heck yeah.
I picked the
Hey,
PlayStation.
that free bit says
trailer
I'm
because
in. It's oh, dude, it's free player.
Yep.
I picked the PlayStation trailer primarily because they had the marketing and they went with the whole thing about the DualSense controller. Although,
Right.
to be honest, if you have an Xbox Elite controller, you feel a lot of similar things in the trigger. So, because it's a haptic trigger on the Elite. So,
Oh, you got the PlayStation. Okay.
Lego
Lego
Bricktails.
this is another one.
Whoa, I use this song too.
Now, this Bricktails is coming to the Quest line. It's coming to Quest 2, Quest 3, and Quest Pro. It's $29.99 on the Meta Store, coming out this Thursday.
This kind
This
of
would
reminds
be
me.
dope.
Yeah.
This is a VR game. If I had kiddos and stuff like
Yeah.
playing this, like building, it's kind of cool.
This reminds
Yeah,
me
it's
of the Minecraft HoloLens demo.
Yeah. They really
There used to be a Lego
Microsoft-
game that I played back in the day where like it was like you had all the Lego pieces they ever manufactured. You could build whatever you want, and then like when you finish your build, it would like print out instructions, and you could like go and order all the pieces to build your own thing. It was like so dope.
Wow. Yeah,
actually think Microsoft
Survey
is-
says that he loves Lego games. Not gonna lie. Yeah, man, they do a pretty good job.
This is a cool game.
This is The Outer Wilds, coming to Switch finally, $19.99, coming out this Thursday.
Yeah, a lot of people love this game.
And it came out with around the Outer World, so everyone kept saying the wrong fucking name.
Yeah.
Right. People still do to this
Yeah, I
day.
know.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, I've always wanted
done
to check
that
this
numerous
game out.
times, I
Yeah.
think.
I was gonna check it out, but as soon as I was going to, they took it out of Game Pass. I don't know if they ever added it
No,
back or.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
finally.
This is actually launching this week. Is this for
Yes.
real?
For
This
PC,
is
it is.
Or
Yep.
Early access at $39.99.
Steel's gonna be streaming it.
I
Steel's
still
gonna be the
think
guinea
this
pig.
game is fake. I still think it's fake.
They came out with some statements
Let's
today.
see that. That's crazy, man.
What did
I
they
can't
say
believe this
today,
game's actually
Jasper?
They were just like, to all our doubters, fuck you, pretty much. We're putting out a game.
Yeah, I know they said we're doing it for you
Our
too.
supporters,
They said we're
thank
gonna
you.
build this
To our
together. We hope you
haters.
try it.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, though, it looks nothing like the original, like trailers.
Your new refuge
I
I mean, it still looks really good though.
It still
But
looks
I'm
cool
like-
as hell.
doors
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Steel guinea pig it and then jump in if
We'll
it's
see.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let Steel spend the money, and then we'll see what he says.
customize every detail.
I think if a mod
immersing
community gets
yourself in
behind
our
this
vision
game,
of
then
post-apocalyptic America.
they'll take
Woodbury
off.
survivors are working to
I
rebuild
don't
the
know.
community.
My gut
constantly
feeling
needing
is it's
supplies,
hot for like
building
2 months and
materials, and various
then
items.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be that kind
Your
of
main
DayZ
task
thing
is
where
to bring
like
as much valuable
that
loot
community
as
plays it and
possible.
then
And in
no one jumps in that
return, you'll be
community.
rewarded with the local currency known as Woodbury coins.
Who the hell needs your junk?
Keep track of your health, hunger, and thirst indicators. And remember, dangers are everywhere here, ranging from the vicious infected to other players who are ready to take everything
First
from
time
you.
I've seen this trailer.
We've designed survival in
Yeah,
this
this is the
world
new
to
one.
be a thrilling experience.
this
The
is
weapons,
very
which can be
GTA-like
are
as
made
far
with
as
Yeah, it's the
maximum
GTA
realism to
breakdown
ensure
thing we're
that
talking about.
combat remains deep and engaging at all times.
Yeah.
Each
I can't wait for
weapon
Rockstar to
boasts
do
unique
this type of trailer
characteristics,
when they
as
break it
well as
down.
realistic
be
reload
sick.
and recoil mechanics. Completing various community tasks also
I'm so glad
presents
that
an
iPad works in the
opportunity
apocalypse.
to earn Woodbury coins.
Of course. Starlink is still active.
Woodbury coins
Yeah.
can be exchanged
Yeah.
for ammo from regular to armor-piercing
kill Starlink.
weapons, protective equipment.
Oh, that
backpacks,
reminds me. I was thinking of
food,
something weird
drinks,
GTA
and
6
medicines.
related. Sorry to party crash this game, but I wonder if
Spa
they're going to
access
have
to
bath
relax,
salts in
and
the
a gym
game.
to work out.
It's
Safeguard your
a
accumulated
Florida thing.
items
I'm sure
by
they
storing
will.
them in secure storage.
Like, oh, what's this?
Exchange
It looks like you
Woodbury
could
coins
smoke
for
it, and then
cards,
you wind
Get
up
some
like
zombies.
munching on
and
people or
access
something.
distant, hard-to-reach locations.
They'll
What's up,
probably have
Park U?
something.
Park says
You will
Wait.
receive your own
Dead
ranch,
Space Remake
where you
Digital
can
Edition
purchase
is
and upgrade
$7.99 right
houses,
now.
Yeah.
as well as
Yes, it
install
is. There's a
furniture
bunch of
and
games on
decorations.
sale right now. Massive discounts on Xbox. You can get Need for Speed, the latest one, the deluxe edition, for
The
$7.99
ranch
as well.
serves as
Wow.
your cozy,
Yeah,
it's a
safe
good
oasis
game.
amidst the post-apocalyptic chaos. Welcome to the next generation of post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival games.
They
like
pull
never
this off,
before.
man. I'm telling you.
Immerse
That would
yourself
be.
in the
I will
day
take back everything I said. If this game actually comes out and
It doesn't have to be mind blowing. If it's just good, like I'll be all down for this because
Yeah.
it looks so much fun, man.
yeah, it'll definitely prove me wrong. So I was like, this game is fake.
Was that the last one? Or no, we got
there's
more.
two more.
Nope, this one.
Oh my god.
Full motion video is coming back. Let's go.
Plumbers don't wear
Oh.
ties, the definitive edition. Now, this is a limited run special.
Look at this.
But I got some bad news for everybody. If you haven't already pre-ordered it for its release on Friday, you're probably too late because it looks like it's sold out on limited
Yep.
run.
Yep.
Price was $34.99 for the definitive edition, and then their deluxe editions were like upwards of $80 or so.
I didn't think it was going to make it. very good.
Oh, is this like a remaster? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a remake of the old FMV game. It's freaking
Oh.
awesome, bro. Remember when FMV was going to be the future too? When we
Yeah.
all thought that?
Yeah,
Sewer
it's like
Shark,
being
the
real
Sega CD.
cutscenes.
Yes.
This game sort of has a legacy that's very
After seeing that
special.
thing about the AI where you can take a still picture and animate it,
Yeah.
I can only imagine what the future holds for these style games.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then the very last
That looks
one
pretty cool.
is
Resident Evil 4 VR.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Nope. Not ever.
Not a
doing
fan phone?
anything. Nope. We will not. Bro, I can't even do. I can do Resident Evil 4.
You do the old one?
maybe, but I can't do VR, bro. I'm never gonna do VR. Like,
Too immersive.
It,
yeah.
this is free DLC if you bought your game on PS5, or if you haven't bought it on PS5 yet, you're going to have to pay $59.99 for it, or unless you find it on sale.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. If you have a VR headset, I mean, this is something. You guys got something.
Got a game
I
out.
hope they bring this.
Yeah,
to
one
the
game.
console release.
Oh, that's good.
Which that reminds me, with that whole Bricktails thing, I really would like to see Microsoft release that HoloLens equivalent of Minecraft, but for
Yeah.
like the Quest VR sets.
I think you
For,
can play
Quest 2
Minecraft
Pro.
on the Quest. But it's not like the HoloLens stuff. It's
There you
just
go,
like regular
Pong.
Minecraft.
December 8th.
Yeah.
Did you play the original
Yes.
at all? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Played that multiple times. Yep.
Well, that's it for tidbits. The week got better. Highlight for me is Avatar.
Yeah.
Me believe.
I think it's going to be a fun game. Real quick before nice. We'll see. I'll still reserve judgment on that till
I'm letting Steel. Steel's going to stream it, so he already promised our chat last week.
I'll watch it. So real quick before we get out of here, there was news. A Bracer Group has more trouble there, and the developer of an Insurgency supposedly had been shuttered, but then they've since released a statement that says there's just a lot of layoffs, and they're still working on the game and will continue work on other games. So interesting things going on there. And another surprise thing, Rise of the Tomb Raider just dropped into Game Pass as well. So it's kind of weird.
Bags for Embracer, man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, Embracer has the
Was
rights
this
to
the third
that.
Embracer game?
Did they get the rights from Square Enix for Rise of the Tomb Raider?
I would assume so because it came over with Crystal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we've seen the other games that we talked about last week, Fuzz. There was like 6 or 7 of those games that for December that were Embracer Group. And then now just randomly out of nowhere, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think this is enough to say potentially something is going on with
Bristol and Adios next year, huh? To lead off 2024.
I mean,
I
wouldn't be surprised.
What if they drop it at this show? They're just like, hey,
both teams are working on games for Xbox. They can't let them go anywhere else. Like
that's where that's why like they don't sell them though, because that's where they're getting their money from.
Sure, but we don't know how long Embracer can actually hold on for either. Right before it's a complete collapse at some point. I don't know if Lars can find enough funding to keep everything going permanently. I don't know if it's sustainable. I know he's doing his damnedest to try to cut and try to keep it alive. I mean, this is his baby. Embracer was his vision. So I mean, I know what he's trying to do here, but eventually you're going to have to cut bait, and that you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck out of those big studios. Yeah. Xbox will overpay for Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. Yeah. They will overpay. They will throw him a lifeline if he wants to keep the rest of it going. So
do y'all think that this Game Pass stuff has anything to do with potentially like some talks or whatever that they're having, and like about at least a big deal for a lot of their other games in Game Pass, or potentially like maybe they made some kind of a deal that hasn't been announced yet, and we're starting to see some of these things kind of filter in, right?
I feel like it's that.
I think if we see Dead Island 2 on Game Pass, then there's definitely some talks and stuff going on.
Maybe like after the holidays, because they want to get those holiday sales for it, maybe.
If these aren't mistakes, if Remnant 2 wasn't a mistake and was just a flat out shadow drop because they wanted to get as many sales as possible, and Rise of the Tomb Raider wasn't a mistake and they just had this planned shadow drop and they're just going to drop it back in to Game Pass, they're clearing the decks for the Game Awards. There's got to be something big there. If it's Baldur's Gate 3, great, fantastic. If it is, Dead Island 2 coming, great. But I think they're clearing the decks here leading up to the the Game Awards, and then potentially into January or whenever they have their direct as well. They might be rolling into 2024 with
every Embracer game.
Yeah, they might have cut a deal with Lars for everything possible, like just dropping the Game Pass over time. Like we talked about that. Remember we talked about that when we first started talking about Embracer Group.
Yeah,
that they would be like they could be like the Game Pass supplier, right? They could be the subscription supplier for everybody with how much IP and talent they had over there. And now at this point, maybe Phil to just walk in there and say, here's your lifeline, Lars. Let's, work this out. And it's going to become basically like an EA Play situation where we're getting Embracer Group titles dropping constantly into Game Pass over the next year.
I'm just not used to seeing these games just drop without any kind of like announcement ahead of time and stuff. Like Remnant 2 would have usually been an announcement, but we didn't get the announcement until the day after it dropped when they said the December game releases, right? So
wasn't there a rumor that Borderlands was going to be dropping into Game Pass too?
Was that a rumor?
Tiny Tina's.
Oh, Tiny Tina's, that was a rumor.
Was that not a rumor too?
Yeah, that
was under Embracer.
That was a recent rumor.
Oh,
yeah.
Are they? Oh yeah, that is Embracer.
Yep. Yeah, it's Embracer as well.
I
What
wonder
is
how.
going on?
Well, we know Gearbox didn't publish Rise of the Tomb Raider, so that would leave them out of that
Right.
one. But like, I was wondering how many of those games were published by Embracer. I mean, by Gearbox under
Remnant
Embracer.
2 was.
Yep. Remnant 2 was.
Q Perspective says Rockstar founders interview going on right now. That's good.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
check it
I
out.
just keep your eye on Embracer Group right now, people. Like, there's obviously turmoil, like stuff's going on. You know, people are getting laid off, reorganization, is what they're calling it. You know, they're trying to figure out how to stay alive, right? But all of a sudden, randomly, like Fuzzy called it out in his comment, how many of those there's like 7 of them or something in that list of like 10 or 12 games or whatever for December, and then less than a week later, The Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is another Embracer Group owned title now, just randomly drops with no fanfare or anything like that, again, into Game Pass, right? I think the last time it was in Game Pass was Square. It still owned it at that time, probably. So this is now under different ownership group and stuff for them. And who knows what's going to happen, but, you know, it could be the other thing. They made this deal that hasn't been announced yet or whatever. Maybe it's part of a grander thing with Embracer Group. Or like you said, maybe they just had all these already that they had made and they're clearing the decks, like maybe for a bunch of other Game Pass announcements at the Game Awards, like you said, right? Because they said to watch the Game Awards for Game Pass subscribers, right? The Xbox also sent an email saying to watch the Game Awards in general for announcements and stuff. So reasonably, they're going to have some cool shit there and some surprise announcements for either Game Pass or for just in general, like big games. Like, so, but like I said earlier, guys, you know, we'll be co-streaming it here on this channel. We'll be going live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. I don't know if we're gonna have a fun pop tomorrow because you're not gonna be there, Jasper. I don't know. Like, what do you? If you're
3
gonna be
bits
able,
questionable.
yeah, three bits usually questionable.
Mav, did you see Luke's post today too? By the way,
Mm-mm.
Insipid. Did you not see his?
What did
he
say?
heard? No. He heard something. He said, "Whoa, Xbox is going to turn some heads at the Game Awards." And Luke doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So Luke heard something as well.
Interesting. You know, Jez made a post last week that was like holy hell or something. I'm because like you're gonna want to watch the Game Awards or something like that. You know, Keeley, I can't remember exactly word for word what he said, but you know, Keeley last night when asked if there was big AAA game reveals and stuff was like, yeah, it's safe to say there is. And then also he said more new game announcements, but the question that he was asked at the time during his Q&A, which I was kind of co-streaming and kind of watching last night, was like, are there going to be like announcements that'll be like a 10? You know what I mean? And he's like, well, he doesn't know what that means to that person individually. Like, so I kind of take it as like, well, if he's a PlayStation only gamer,
Xbox.
if he's a PlayStation only gamer, he ain't gonna like it, right? We got some big announcements coming. Maybe that they won't like it.
Also, he didn't know when the Xbox was going to get announced there, right? So like, there's some trailers he doesn't know about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably keep them in the dark on some stuff.
There was some news that came out about that. What happened back then? I don't know if you guys saw that. I saw it on X, and I was scrolling through, and I was at work, and I didn't post in the DMs, but somebody came up with the story that he actually did know about the Series X, but he told Xbox when they first approached him and told them directly that this show is not for hardware. This show is for games. And so what they did was they came back to him and they said, you let us announce the Series X here and we'll give you the Hellblade 2 announcement. And he agreed to that.
Interesting.
And that was the deal. Yeah.
Why wouldn't
I saw
he
that
want a fucking hardware announcement at his show?
You know, Keeley probably
he's a
PlayStation. If PlayStation was like, we're gonna reveal the PlayStation at your show, he would be like, oh my god, I just fucking won. Yeah, this is all what I've been dreamed of my whole fucking life. Can I have Kojima on stage with me when it happens, please?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, come on. Like, really, Keeley? No, not an Xbox.
I mean, you could see it on his face. Like, he was like, after the because we always wondered like what happened like during that segment, because right after the Series X was announced, he was like, that was a Series X.
Right, because it's
Anyways.
the console was hardware on his show, and he didn't really want it, but they offered him
Yeah.
the Hellblade 2 is what supposedly went
Okay.
down. So yeah,
Interesting. Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out if Embracer or if they have some deal at the Game Awards or what they're going to show. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. for
Sega's
it.
got something. Sega's got something too. I'm
Oh
always
yeah, their
excited when
super
they-
game possibly or
possibly, or
whatever
it's an
else,
energy drink.
New era.
it could go either way. Paul.
See, I'm still holding out hope for Dreamcast, which is a new Dreamcast, which is basically a Series X over in Japan.
That would be freaking amazing.
I would
gonna
want
re-
that
We're gonna
immediately.
recast
Yeah.
the Sonic in the Sonic movie.
Dreamcast X,
No.
man. Let's go. Dreamcast X.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All
That would
for
be
it.
sick.
Phil admitted they talked about it.
Yeah.
They admitted in the court docs, remember, that they
Yeah.
talked about it, that idea was floated, to
Yeah.
give them more credibility. God.
It would
Wow.
be nuts, It's a
Just in
some kind
Japan,
of
maybe?
partnership
Japan?
deal or whatever to make that happen.
Mhm.
You know how many
Yes.
people in the States would pay extra to have that
I
Japan
would.
only Dreamcast imported?
Me.
If it
I
kind
would
of
rework my budget.
If it kind of looked like a fucking Dreamcast too, it'd be amazing. Could you imagine if they put like a little screen in the controller, like the VMUs and stuff, like they actually like
When they
go
came out
all
with a
the-
new VMU with an
Yeah.
updated color screen and stuff where you could play
Yeah.
games on it. Oh, bro. I'm all
Screen is
I'll be there.
OLED.
Heck
We
yeah.
all have our Sega Xbox Portal controllers that cost $200 a piece. That we can't leave the house with.
do it. Let's do it. We turn into such a propaganda show. It'd be freaking
Oh,
amazing.
man.
bro.
Yep. Yep.
We'll-
I love Sega.
It'd be
So
capping for everything.
Oh
It'd
my
be so
God.
fucking good.
it runs at like 720p. You're like,
We-
yeah,
we-
this is the future.
We would be like those people laying in those beds in the Xbox room thing at in that trailer.
Yes.
This is our dream come to life. It's reality now.
When's if they're announcing what happens real quick? Sorry, we could do this for all night
I
long.
know.
When's if Sega is bringing back 2K Sports
Oh,
in a different version? In a
Oh.
different version, Sega Sports is coming back though.
yeah, like instead of just
Yeah.
2K basketball.
Yep. Yeah. Sega
Mm.
Sports.
I would be all for that,
Sure.
bro.
Yeah. We need competition. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like if they do that, then like EA will be like, ooh, well, shoot, got some.
I think,
Right?
I think
Yeah.
What if
NFL
Jim
would-
Ryan's replacing their leadership?
He's the new.
That's the new energy. Is Jim Ryan? What were you gonna say, Psycho? I heard you chime in there, brother. What's going on?
Oh no, I was gonna say maybe they work some deal with NFL where they can kind of do like what MLB did with Xbox. This way it's multi-plat. So because EA's only doing this just Madden, and it's not really innovating. It's like the same shit. Now it has like real skeletons, updated skeletons, and they can get in a 3-point stance even better.
Speaking of, we haven't seen anything from 2K on their arcade football either. Because
Yeah.
they got that license now to do the
They're
NFL
they're
arcade
supposed
version.
to do an
Yeah.
arcade. They're supposed to be working on one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys might be onto
NFL Blitz
something.
2K.
Maybe-
Let's go.
Still waiting on
Maybe
that
it's not
college
as good.
stuff to come back too.
Yeah. EA
Yeah.
said that's still on track for next year. So we'll see.
Yeah, maybe that'll
It's
be.
wild.
Some people said maybe that'll be 2K's path. Like get do college football.
Yeah. Maybe.
yeah.
Wild
points,
card
good points.
football was looks pretty cool. It looks like NFL Blitz and stuff. So maybe they what EA had, they're like, fuck it, scrap it. This team is doing it better, so let's get in there.
Yeah.
Let's rework some stuff.
Heck yeah. You guys are making me hyped for the show. Making
Yeah.
me more hyped.
So
Yeah, we
than
get hyped.
Netflix.
when you were
Yeah.
talking about that, you said Sega bring back. I forgot obviously that Take Two is
Yeah.
like separate.
It is.
It's like
Right.
It's not Sega obviously that makes fucking 2K
No.
basketball now, right?
No,
so it's
it's not.
Yeah, I was like in my head, I just didn't ever
You're
separate
right.
the two. I was like,
I know when
yeah.
you say 2K, I know. It
yeah, it
sucks.
would be amazing to have like Sega do that, bring that
Yeah.
back and bring
Mhm.
some competition.
It would be.
Anyway.
I wonder if Phil. Lastly, I wonder if Phil made any deals with to any other Marvel licenses. I'm just curious.
X-Men, let's go.
So
That'd
it
be-
writes itself. There's no way that they
Yeah.
haven't thought about it. It writes itself.
The funny thing is, every time we find out leaked documents or stuff, we always find out they've had the conversations and the pitches have happened on the kind of shit that we talk about all the time on these shows.
Mav, how many people told us we were crazy for talking about WB Discovery?
Oh,
and then we know
tons,
internally
yeah.
they were talking it.
Yeah, tons.
Yep.
I
So,
still,
like, no, that
I still think they're on the fucking table, man.
If Suicide Squad doesn't hit, they could
It's in
really be
Game
on the table.
Pass.
They'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
They'll be in trouble.
Because really, so far, WB has the successes they had when they formed WB Discovery were the franchise that already had been in development when they were under AT&T, right? And so they haven't really had the whole long-term struggles of like
They haven't put in that investment risk yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know,
Harry Potter carrying them right now.
yeah, for sure. Taking like 6 years to make a game and then does it not hit? It like how will they feel in that situation, right?
Right.
I'm already questioning if they're happy with Mortal Kombat 1 sales. I think they expected it to potentially do better. It's doing well, but like
did you guys talk about that? Ed Boon announced that they are going to have an expansion, a big giant expansion, like they did with 11.
Oh,
no, with like they did with Aftermath. They're going to have a big expansion like that, and they've got more surprises down the road as well.
I love Mortal Kombat 1. It's absolutely amazing. So
I just started playing it. It's sick.
Hope a lot of people play it. Right? Anyway, this is we're not gonna have a fun pop tomorrow. I mean, Jasper's not gonna be there, and like we got this Game Awards on Thursday. We're gonna have an extra long show on that day and stuff. So
it's a big week for Fun Pop too. So many shows
I
came
know
out.
that's why I wanted to have one.
I know.
The Fallout trailer, the Halo trailer, like all this stuff. But we'll be able to just cover it more next week. So but yeah, we'll maybe do some kind of other thing either tomorrow or Wednesday with the lead up to the Game Awards. But Thursday, come in, hang out, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, co-stream for the Game Awards. We will have some guests, awesome Fun Speculation family here. We'll see if Psycho can manage to wiggle his way out of having to work that day or not. But we're going to have a blast here hanging out. And if you want to come and hang out with us, we greatly appreciate it. But thank you all for watching this episode of FSP. But let's get around to the panel real quick. Psycho, where can everybody find you, bro?
Yeah, thanks for coming out tonight. You guys are always bringing the fire and great comments and chats going on. Always a pleasure doing these shows with you. You guys are my brothers, and love doing this. And you can always find me on social media everywhere under Psychonauts 8, Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. You can usually find me on the Fun Speculation Network at 10 o'clock, having great convo with these gentlemen. So thank you, everyone.
Right on, man. It was so cool. The show turned into like another episode of Xbox Ultimate. But I think this probably broke a record for panel members for FSP too. It was a blast.
A lot of people in chat too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, appreciate you all in the chat. Jasper, where can everybody find you, sir?
Yo, check it out. Lord Jasper, Twitter, Lord Master Jasper, YouTube, all that fun stuff. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, right here, 10 o'clock on the Fun Speculation Network. Except tomorrow, because Mav just said that's canceled for tomorrow. So come back on PM and the PM, and we'll watch the Game Awards together. So that's where I'm at. That's what I do. Check it out.
Right on, bro. 3-Bit, what about you, sir?
Everyone can find me here Mondays, 10 o'clock, FSP. Maybe. What do I got going on? So I did a show with King and Lord Addict. We reacted to King Kong's trailer. I don't know if that's out yet.
Yeah,
but that was it is okay. I didn't see it.
Oh, are you talking about their video or the trailer?
We reacted to the trailer
okay.
for King Kong versus Godzilla. Friggin' epic. I can't wait for that movie. Did some stuff with the Iron Lord, so you guys could go check out that episode. Besides that, I've been doing a lot of things for Aflac, so you guys just might see that pop up on my time frame like this week, because they're starting to release it finally. All the stuff we've been working on for the past few weeks and months is finally coming out, and I can finally start talking about it. So just look at my timeline for that. Love y'all. I can't wait for the Game Awards. Everybody in chat, you guys Killed it. A lot of good conversation in chat. A lot of good speculation about GTA. Things I didn't even think about. We were talking about here, so definitely gonna ponder on it and stuff like that. But great show. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Is Fable gonna be at the Game Awards? You don't know? Okay. Fuzzy.
No idea.
Where can everybody find you, bro?
Oh, just thank you for having me on. Always awesome being on here with you guys. Thanks for joining us, Pong. Always a pleasure to have your thoughts on these things. And man, GTA 6 is definitely gonna it's gonna ruin some internets and ruin some other dev releases. But man, look forward to having everybody in the chat. See us on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here Thursday. Just hang out, chill with us, and go over the Game Awards. But you can always find me rambling on Twitter or arguing with PlayStation people about random stuff. Just follow Fuzzy_Belvedere, and look forward to seeing you guys Thursday.
Right on, man. Appreciate you, Fuzz. And Pong Soul, who has been hopped on a FSP rarely, but it's always a pleasure when you do, bro. So thanks for joining us on this episode, man.
Yeah, I get home so late. It's normally, like I said, I get ready and kind of crash for the night, but I had to tonight. Again, Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropping today was extra special. I heard you guys talking about it. Got to get out with my brothers. Missed you guys all weekend. I didn't play with anybody. I didn't do anything. And then obviously not having PM the last couple of weeks and all that good stuff. But it was great to be here. Love hearing you guys talk about this again. Just what an exciting day, no matter what. Even if I'm, not the largest Grand Theft Auto fan anymore, it still gets me hyped because it's the biggest thing going. So you guys know the drill. Pong Soul on X, formerly known as Twitter. Pong Soul on the Xbox as well. And then, of course, as everybody's already mentioned, Thursday night, it's going to be a big night. We're going to have fun. If you guys have watched our previous award shows, you know how hyped we get. No matter what we think about Kiwi or the nonsense that goes on and all that kind of stuff, we talk about that all the time. But when it comes to award shows, when it comes to the announcements that are in the award shows, that's what we're there for. And we have a good time over here. So join us on Thursday night for that. Xbox Ultimate, of course, where the fam gets together. We're going to probably talk a lot about the Game Awards there. And if Xbox shows up big like we think they are, it's going to be even bigger conversation Friday night. So be there for that. Saturday morning, you got to join myself and Steele. We're going to have a shorter show this week because I do have a Christmas party to go to. My dad's in town and he holds an early Christmas get together. So we're going to have a shorter show that day, but we are giving away a Series S. That's right. We are giving away a Series S. Shout out to Yobi, who is absent right now in the community. He's taking time away for himself, but he popped in 2 weeks ago into our chat. He's going to be back in 2024, but he did pop in. He said when we hit 1K, he was going to donate towards a Series S, so that's what he did. So we are giving that away on Saturday. You got to be subscribed, and you got to be live with us Saturday morning. Again, it won't be a 5-hour show. We do have to cut it short on Saturday, but be there 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time, living split screen, myself, and my brother from another Steel Rain. You know how we do it on Saturday morning, so be there for that. And then, of course, Saturday night, I'm not going to be there, Fuzz. I got to go to the Christmas party, so I'm not going to be there for the shop. We missed last week. But you got to show up for the shop podcast anyway. PTK Blam, Fuzzy Belvedere. I'm sure he's going to have guests as well. So be there Saturday night for that, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central Time. Otherwise, everybody, it is the golden age of gaming, folks. It truly is. Get out there, play what you love what you play, and I'll talk to you all real soon. And 3-Bit, congrats again on Iron Lords, man. It was an awesome show.
Yeah. Fun show.
Good show. GTL was fun to watch with you too, Pong. Good show there.
Thank you. It was fun.
Everybody, have a good one. Peace out and get hyped for all the good games. And we'll see you on Thursday. Peace out.
Later.
Later.
Oh.